Cultfigga TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. You know I'm your humble host, the Yao Mean of Revolution. We got to look into the young Dolph murder trial. Long live Flipper, the humanitarian, made his legendary name live forever. We don't like that big head whole guy in CMG. Looks like they've been protected, but we're going to dig deep. What exactly been going on? It's time for the Cultfigga platform to look into this trial. We haven't looked yet. Well, today is our day to take a nice, deep look into what's going on in Memphis. I want to let them dirty politicians and those dirty goddamn, this is the definite truth. Salute. I want to let those dirty politicians and dirty police officers know, oh, the big game hunter Cultfigga on y'all trail. Y'all not going to get away. The Boule in Memphis not going to, I don't give a fuck about the rappers. Y'all not going to get away with what y'all doing in Memphis. All that murder and mayhem. Ain't no blaming Whitey. I don't want to hear shit about no fucking white man when black people in power in Memphis. You fraternal punks running rampant around now, letting all that killing go on. This is the worst thing y'all could ever do. Because now we're going to look real deep into the Memphis dirty-ass police and the city politicians, because y'all is Boule. We're going to get to the Dolph trial. I just want to let y'all know, y'all fucked up. We tired of all that killing in Memphis, and it's definitely going to be some unity in the community, but you got to deal with what's going on. This young Dolph trial is blowing the lid off of this shit. Don't forget, the Boule has been in Memphis ever since Dr. King got hit. The Boule was in on that shit. That's a fact.
Nobody wins when the family feels. But
Mr. Govan asked you if you wanted to make some extra money.
Make some money.
And how were you supposed to make extra money?
Well, he told me that, it was a little bad on a couple paper out here.
Okay, I ain't understand nothing you said.
It was a hit on, it was a hit at the time on a couple guys in paper out here or whatever.
Okay, and what were some of those individuals' names, if you can recall?
Paper out Woo, Young Dolph. I don't know all the names because I ain't know exactly who they were.
At what point did he mention the actual bounties, as you say?
One night leaving getting some pills, he mentioned the prices on, Woo had 50 on his head, Young Dolph had 100 on his head, somebody had 5 on their head, 10 on their head. He mentioned the prices too.
So it was almost like a catalog. This person costs this much. This person costs
telling us
this much.
who had money on their head, who had the most money on their head,
And who had
Young Dolph had the most money on his head.
And he had 100,000.
100,000 on his head.
And when you say his head,
I mean, if you kill Young Dolph, you get 100,000 now.
I'm a little late, but we here, fam. Today marks the beginning of one of Memphis' most high-profile murder trials in recent history. The killing of beloved rapper Young Dolph. The man at the center of today's courtroom focus is
Day 3. Today marks day 3, but we starting at the beginning.
Phonies Govan, accused of ordering a hit on Young Dolph back in November of 2021. It's been 4 years, and we finally got to see inside the store, seeing Young Dolph's final moments. We also hear from the man who say he got the gun from a man who he normally just get his pills from. A man who took the stand and said he heard it was a $100,000 reward and got the gun from Govan, and they just so happens to see Young Dolph. According to the man who took the stand today, one of the shooters, Young Dolph, didn't get his location dropped. He was just spotted, ironically, in his cameo Corvette. And as mentioned, after almost 4 years of pain, questions, and whispers in the streets from Young Dolph family, friends, and supporters, today was one step to finally getting some form of closure. This trial ain't just about one man. It's about the truth behind the hit that shook the city. And on day 1, we already got fireworks. Prosecutors say Govan gave the order. The defense state that the witness can't be trusted. And before it's all said and done, the shooters themselves will take the stand and tell their side. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. As mentioned, the trial for the man accused of orchestrating the shooting death of Memphis rapper Young Dolph began almost 4 years after the beloved musician was shot and killed on Airway Boulevard. Hernandez Govan was named during the previous trial of Cornelius Smith, who testified that Govan and Big Jook, real name Anthony Mims, who was Yo Gotti's brother, put a $100,000 hit on young Dolph. Smith also stated that he spoke to Govan about getting $10,000 for the hit, of which he was only paid $800 before Smith was arrested in January of 2022. Young Dolph, real name Adolph Thornton Jr., was shot and killed at Makita's Cookies on November 17, 2021. Police say two men got out of a stolen Mercedes-Benz and fired shots into Makita's homemade cookies, where young Dolph was making a purchase. Govan faces charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempt first-degree murder. And on Monday, on day one of the trial, the state have released the surveillance inside the store. Check it out.
I like to now play what you've identified, Chris identifies to be on the inside of the Makita's cookies. The individual at the front counter, who's there?
That's young dog.
And there's an individual behind him, who's there?
That's his brother Marcus.
Say who you're referring to, as young doctor. What's wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
That's part of the video kind of disturbing, knowing the bush weapons from the kid.
And Mr. Hopkins, we've seen the video inside and outside of the cookie shop the day that Mr. Thorne was killed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You were not with him that day.
No, ma'am.
Why were you not with him that day?
He had me doing other things. He wanted me to be with the other artists.
And did you go to the scene of the cookie shop that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Is their location here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's.
You're crazy, bro.
So they be where you want it. I'll just put it here so the court reporter can hear me. Thank you. Can you all see okay? Okay. Mr. Hopkins, my name is Manny Aurora. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, sir.
I'm sorry for your loss. Obviously, this is very troubling. No one should ever have to be killed violently like that. So I sympathize with you. We spoke on the phone when you were coming in from the airport this past weekend. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you worked as the bodyguard for Mr. Dolph.
Yes, sir.
Was it you and other people as part of the team?
It was, but it was mainly me.
Okay, so you were the boss.
Yes.
You mentioned to the prosecutor that there was a history of violence between PREEE and CMG. Is
Yes,
that correct? Right. And as I saw from this, and not trying to be negative anyway, but Mr. Dolph travels with an assault rifle in his car, as we saw his brother pull that out from the driver's side.
I don't know if he traveled with it, but he had it that day.
Okay, and have you seen him with other weapons in the past?
I haven't, no, sir.
Okay. And his brother had his handgun and he was shooting at the other people, as we saw in the video.
Yes, sir.
And then he pulled out the assault rifle from the, I guess, the driver's side and shot some more of the people.
Yes, sir.
With regards to the violence that goes back and forth between these two music groups, you personally know of at least 3 attempts on Dolph's life: 2016, 2015, 2017, and 2018. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so he needed security, obviously. I mean, there's lots of problems going on here.
Yes, sir.
All right. And with regards to coming to Memphis on the week before Thanksgiving, Mr. Dolph didn't live in Memphis anymore, right?
No, sir.
How long before this incident had he moved away from Memphis?
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
All right. And was that, a lot of it I think we talked about is for safety reasons, because it's pretty violent here as far as between the PREEE and the CMG.
Yes.
So it's known that his life is in danger when he's here and he needs bodyguards, things like that.
Yes.
All right.
So that was young Dolph, former bodyguard of 20 years, a man identified as Rue Hopkins. Another key witness for the state was Cornelius Smith, who previously testified against Justin Johnson in the trial back in September of 2024 and admitted to helping kill young Dolph. Smith said he met Govan, also known as Quet, in the middle of 2021 through a man named Bobby to buy some pills from the accused mastermind. He said the death of his son made him return to the habit. Govan, who lived on Braley Street, said Smith lived about 2 minutes away from each other. He said one day Govan asked Smith if he wanted to make money. Smith, who was not really working at the time, said yes.
Govan is not no mastermind, and he stopped calling that clown a mastermind. Look at this hitman. This dude ain't no fucking mastermind, bro. They need to stop saying that. They need to stop saying that. The head of this thing got whacked. That was Juke. This nigga is just another crash dummy who wanted some money. I got it in them. And that's what niggas don't understand. I understand this shit because this shit happen every day. These fucking punks will do any fucking thing to get money out niggas with the money. And they will absolutely kill you because niggas say they want you dead. And then nigga got $800 and this clown, this boy don't know. He got a bunch of problems facing him in life.
The time, Smith said he had 5 kids and a girlfriend named Angela. The job option involved different hits on artists, including Young Dolph and PREEE artists, saying that Young Dolph had a $100,000 bounty on his head. Govan was later set to receive $20,000 for the successful killing of Dolph. They claimed from Big Juke, and $10,000 was for Smith and $10,000 was for Johnson. Check out his statement.
Could you state your first and last name for the jury?
Cornelius Smith.
And for the benefit of our jurors who may be taking notes and our court reporter, could you spell your first and last name?
CORNELIUS SMITH.
Bro, when that shit happened, bro, they got lucky, bro. They got lucky and killed Dolph. The fucking pill heads. Come on, man. Come on, man. That ain't no masterminds how professional. Here, these bitch ass pill heads just got lucky. That's fucked up, but that's what happened. They need to quit using mastermind for these fucking junkies. Man, they got $800. Man, come on, they need to stop that bullshit that they doing. Junkies, jealous, bushwhackers, envious, traitors, treasonous ass niggas killed Dolph. No masterminds was involved.
And if it's okay, can I call you Cornelius?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Cornelius. You know an individual by the name of Hernandez Gomez.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see that individual in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you point to that individual and describe what he or she was wearing?
Man, right here with the white shirt on, black tie, bald head.
And I asked if the record reflects that the witness has identified the defendant. Record so reflects that the witness has identified the defendant. And how long have you known Mr. Gomez?
Everybody's saying this man has some black eyes. What do y'all think happened? What happened to this man? Who whooped on this man? We gotta talk about that. Who whooped on this man? Because I haven't made no video about it. We just not getting to this. Who the hell whooped on this man before this trial? Was it the police? Was it the Memphis Boule? This is a serious question. And why the fuck the judge? See, all these people crooked, but Cultfigga platform on the Memphis Boule ass. All of the black establishment in Memphis, y'all fucker is done for. Why the judge not asking this man what happened to this man? Why is he coming to court with black eyes and puffy eyes? You see? Seemed like somebody, leaned on this man. Then this man coming to court and the judge, ain't nobody said nothing?
I met him in 21. And 20, like mid-21, something like that.
Mid-21, so.
Like in the middle of 21.
When you met him, under what circumstances were you meeting him?
I met him through an individual named Bobby. Buy pills at the time. I was just buying pills from him.
And would that be Bobby Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were buying pills from Mr. Gomez?
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of pills were you buying from Mr. Gomez?
Ecstasy and sometimes Percocet pills. Oxycodone.
Would you say, why were you buying pills from him?
Because I popped pills. I was popping pills at the time.
Okay.
That was my drug of choice, pills.
Did you have a particular reason why you were popping pills?
I had a lot of stress going on or whatever, and it was on and off thing anyway, but then I was just back on.
Was there a particular incident that caused you to start?
I had lost my son in 2020, in March of 2020, and I just went back on. Got back on.
You had been on them before?
Yes, ma'am, I had been on before.
And then you at some point stopped?
Stopped.
And after your son
got killed after start back popping.
and that's through that course you got to know Mr. Gomez.
Yes, ma'am.
Where would you meet Mr. Gomez?
At first Bobby started going to get the pills from him, and then one particular day Bobby ain't want to go, so I went and got something from him myself.
Okay, and where was that at?
At his home on Bradley Street, I believe.
So is that how did you know this where he was?
Because I used to be right across the street at Bobby's house, you know what I'm saying, from his house.
So you've always gone to Bobby's house?
Yeah, I used to hang out with Bobby. On the day baby.
So let's go back to mid-summer or so, however you say it, of 2021, when you first came into contact with Mr. Gomez. At what point did the situation change from you, or did it change from you buying pills from him to something else?
I guess after a couple runs of going to buy pills on my own from him, he started asking that I want to make some money. He knew why I get some money. I'm like, yeah.
Did you want some money?
Yeah, because sometimes I go to him and ask, can I get a couple pills on credit? So
Imagine that. This is a mastermind? This nigga? You just selling this man some pills. You see the man down and out on his luck. You ain't know the nigga like that. Say, you want to make some real money? We got some big money on paper out here. What? Boy, this shit is crazy. They better stop saying mastermind, mentioning this bullshit ass nigga Govan. He barely met this junkie. And that's what he get. That's why this is all poetic. This is all poetic. You barely met this junkie selling pills. You see down his luck. Look like the type of nigga do any fucking thing. I got something you can do to make some real money. You want to get on, little homie? Dolph got 100 on his head. Paper route, woo, 50. You ain't know this nigga.
That was when he was like, you wanna make some money? I'm like, yeah.
And why did you need money? Were you working at the time?
Yeah, nah, not really. I wasn't just working like that. I couldn't just keep a job with a PREEEE like that. I ain't gonna lie like that.
Okay. So you wanted money. What did you want money for?
A lot of different reasons. Make sure my children were straight, pop me a couple pills, make sure I was good. A lot of people.
And how many children did you have at the time?
I had 5. I got 5 now, but I had 6.
You had 6 altogether. But
Yeah, it was after my son got killed. I had 5.
And who is the mother of those kids?
Letitia Jackson.
So you wanted money to make sure your kids were okay. You pop a few pills, and you'd be all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was your girlfriend name?
Miss Angela.
Miss Angela. Does Angela have a last name? Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you had 5 kids, a girlfriend,
Yes,
and a
ma'am.
pill head.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So at some point, Mr. Govan asked you if you wanted to make some extra money.
Make some money.
And how were you supposed to make extra money?
Well, he told me that, it was a little bound on a couple paper out here.
Okay, I ain't understand nothing you said.
It was a hit on, it was a hit at the time on a couple guys in paper out here, or whatever.
Okay, and what were some of those individuals' names, if you can recall?
Paper out Woo, Young Dolph. I don't know all the name because I ain't know exactly who they were.
At what point did he mention the actual boundaries, as you say?
One night leaving getting some pills, he mentioned the prices on, who had 50 on his head. Young Dolph had 100 on his head. Somebody had 5 on their head, 10 on their head. He mentioned the prices too.
So it was almost like a catalog. This person costs this much. This person
telling
costs
us who had money on their head, who had the most money on their head, and
who had
price.
who had
Young Dolph had the most money on his head.
And he had 100,000.
100,000 on his head.
And when you say his head,
I mean, if you kill Young Dolph, you get $100,000.
okay. At some point, you will testify that about the shooting of Young Dolph, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Prior to that, were you involved in any other shootings?
Well, one day, Mr. Govan had provided me with a gun, and he told us that Paper Out Rue was at home one day. So as we approached the house, with me, Bobby, Justin, and another guy, I don't know the other guy's name, Bobby dropped me off. I get out walking on foot. Paper Out Rue coming out the house, and he had his gun in his hand at the time, and I was walking up the street. And me and him had a shootout or whatever, and the gun he provided me had jammed up. So, I had to duck and bob and weed, and Bobby had got to me. We got in the car and went back to his house and reported what had happened to him. And he was glad I ain't get killed that day right there. But Bobby was like, he wasn't messing with this stuff because he was believing what Justin them told him about. We messed it up or whatever, and we didn't have our masks on and all that. So Bobby felt bad.
Was there an incident with Paper Out Rue that you're aware of prior to the incident where you were involved?
Nah, I don't know nothing else about no incident with Paper Out. Just this shootout that I had with him, that's all I know about it. And he was saying that he was going.
Who was he?
Mr. Govan was saying he was going.
Let me stop you. All right. Did you call Mr. Govan?
Nah, I called him Quick. That's what I do.
That was your nickname.
Yeah, Quick.
Would you feel more comfortable calling him Quick?
Yeah, I called him Quick.
Okay.
Quick was saying that he was gonna give a Paper Out Rue mama or whatever to find out what they be about, play up on the other, find out where, who and them be is, so we could reach out and touch them, find out where they is.
Was it just he was gonna see where Wu was, or was there other Paper Out artists?
Any one of them, Wu, inside in paper route. He was gonna make sure that, you know, he could play because mama liked him, so he was gonna try to play that father figure and, you know, find out where they at and make sure we could reach out and touch him.
So from when you met him in midsummer, the shooting with Paper Route Rule, how far from when you met him to when that shooting was?
I just can't recall, but it wasn't long after I met him though.
It was a couple of days, couple of weeks.
I said a couple of weeks, probably about a month and a half or so.
That's
You know, I can't be specific.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. This dumbass nigga deserve everything coming to him. Hope somebody fuck him up real soon. You met this nigga, this pill head, and a couple of weeks later, you talk to this nigga about killing people. And y'all think this nigga, and even think this is some type of OG or a mastermind. Come on, man.
About it. I ain't gonna lie like this.
Were you all looking for specific Paper Route Empire artists?
Yeah, we were looking for whoever we could find. So, you know, at the time like on certain days or what, like we were doing whatever we can. You know what I'm saying?
In regards to the bounty, were there other conversations about the bounty?
Well, after that incident with Paper Route Wood or whatever, and the gun jammed up, like I think probably the next day I pulled up old Quick House or whatever and about some pills. And when I pulled up, it was a truck sitting in front of the house or whatever.
Okay, what kind of truck?
I can't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
Like an SUV truck or F-150 truck?
Like a SUV truck,
Okay.
but I pulled up and I got out and when he said he was sitting up there with Juke. And he was like, here go a little C right here. Here go C right here. So Juke was like, hold up, man. We ain't doing no talking around these phones, you know, take these phones outside.
Who said that?
Juke. Before he got to talking, he was telling him, like, we ain't talking around no phone, take the phones outside.
Who was he telling to take the
He
phone?
tell the Quick that.
Okay,
Take the phones outside.
and then quit take y'all's phones outside?
Yeah, I gave him my phone. He set him outside on the trail or whatever. And came back in and was like,
Juke the fucking mastermind, and he correct about the motherfucking phones. Don't talk around them phones.
yeah, this little C right here, this was the one that, you know what I'm saying, shot your woo. And
Hold on, you did a whole lot of whoop.
well, you know, basically saying this the one that shot it, woo. And this one of the ones that I got the, you know what I'm saying, that I got on the business too. And Juke basically like nodded his head like, y'all gonna get y'all money, y'all handle y'all business, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get y'all money.
What was the person you decided to describe as quit? What was quit saying?
He was just letting him know that, you know, I was one of the ones that he got on the business, that he had to put the work in or whatever.
Okay.
That he hired for the
Because I'm gonna need you to slow it down. He the one that hired on the business to do what now?
to make one of these, get a hit, do the hit.
Oh, the hit. I'd like to pass you a photograph. Do you recognize the person in the photograph?
Yeah, it Quick and Big Juke.
Okay. Your Honor, if we could have that photograph entered into evidence as the next number you see.
No objection.
This is a picture of two gentlemen, with white shirts, t-shirts on that's been described by the witness as Quit and Big Joe. We'll mark this as exhibit.
Your Honor, before we publish it, so we just ask if you have a time frame with this photo as far as authentication goes.
So let me mark it first. Mark this as exhibit 4 for this hearing.
Do you know when that photo was taken?
Nah, I don't know nothing about that photo. I don't know when that was taken.
That photo simply identifies the people you described as Quit and Juke.
Juke, yeah, fine.
Any objection to the permission to vote?
Yes.
say that and it doesn't work. But the individual you described as Jook, is he on the left or right of this photo?
From my end, he's on the right, the big guy, right on the right.
He's on the right. And the individual on the left, who is that?
That's quick.
And Jook is the person, do you know his government name?
Nah, now since I've been locked up, Anthony Mills, since I've been locked up.
And Quit, you know what's her name is, Cobain.
Yeah,
At some point, I'm sure you all exchange phone numbers.
Me and Quick, I
Okay,
never
and
had Juke no.
you never had Jook's number?
Nah, I never had no contact with Juke, like how to get into Juke.
So any conversation about bounties went through Cobain, is that
And
correct?
Cobain the one that did all the talking.
What name was Quit's, saved into your phone?
I hit it up on the brook.
Bro? Okay. And how many different phone numbers did you have?
He had 2 different numbers,
But they were both on your phone as bro.
bro.
All right, so at some point, there was more information given, I guess, about the bounties, is that correct?
Yeah, about the balance, it was coming close to Thanksgiving or whatever.
All right, well, let's back up, let's get back to sometime before it starts to get cool. Go back. Was there another individual that was brought into this? Justin who?
Johnson.
Okay, and how did you meet Justin Johnson?
I met him through Quick as well.
At what point did you meet him through Quick?
Like around the time we did that, they hit on paper out Woo. When we went and shot at him, like that was like my first initial meet with him around that time.
And you said you met him through Quick or Mr. Dolphin. How did you meet him? Describe it.
When they found out that Woo was at the house or whatever, me and Bobby would call and he called Justin up too. And we all met up at his house.
And who was he?
Quick House. We all met up at Quick House. And me and Bobby jumped in one vehicle and Justin and another guy jumped in another vehicle.
But he was putting you all together.
Yeah, Quick put all us together.
Okay, you didn't know Justin before this day?
No man.
Never seen him?
Never seen him, never met him. I knew nothing about him.
All right, so some point we'll get to November, but what was your interaction with Justin over the course from when you met him?
After we did that and the gun jammed over paper out Woo, Justin then went back and told Quick that me and Bobby so-called messed it up or whatever. So, Quick was like, y'all had y'all masks on. Justin them told him we ain't have our masks on. I ain't have my mask.
Goat Man knew that this was going on and he asked
Right,
you to have
he
a
the one
mask.
gave me the gun to go out there.
And he asked you to have a mask on.
Right, he asked me that.
Okay.
And he was saying like Justin was telling him that we messed it up or whatever, and that's when Bob was like he ain't doing nothing with nobody, he ain't getting involved in it or whatever because Quick believe everything Justin them say, and at that time Quick basically was telling me like get with Johnson and get with Justin them, and you know what I'm saying, handle the bid and you want to get this money. Since Bobby acting like he acting, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you said.
Since Bobby acting like he acting, he told me to get with Justin and them, since Bobby had pulled out of it.
Oh, Goat Man told you to get with Justin?
Yeah, Quick told me to get with Justin.
Okay. And what reason was he telling you to get with Justin?
So we could find one of the any artists to get this money, and
So, what would Goat Man gain out of you all getting a bounty or hit on one of the paper route?
he was getting a cut out of it. He supposed to got $10,000 off me.
No matter who you hit or if it was.
Young Dolph, he supposed to got 10,000. I did 100,000. I did 50,000. I was getting, he was getting 10,000.
So throughout the summer, going into the fall, did you and Justin and Govan ever meet?
Yeah, we'll meet up over Quick House. Like, we'll go over Quick House, and that's what we always met up at, over Quick House.
And then what was the purpose of meeting there?
Really, like, we'll meet up over Quick House to talk about a lot of things. Basically, you know, about a ban on somebody, finding somebody. You know, sometimes we'll watch the games over there. You know, we'll be over there about a lot of things, basically.
But for Govan, you wouldn't have met Justin.
Nah, I wouldn't know. Me and Justin, we went for Quick.
Prior to Mr. Govan telling you about bounties on these PREEE individuals, the rappers, artists, were you aware that there were bounties?
No, man. I had no idea about it.
Were you aware of who the PREEE artists were?
I knew about Young Dolph, but I didn't know about none of these other artists or nothing like that. I had to Google them and to actually Google them. Once he told me, I had to really Google them to find out.
So there would be, like, throughout the summer, you all would meet and he would talk about the bounty.
Talk about the battle on them. And first we like, man, I was thinking to myself, it's impossible to get Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the back, you know, Young Dolph. But, you know, I was thinking to myself that was impossible. So, you know, I had to Google the other guys to see who they were.
Okay. Fast forward.
Hold on. Revolutionary salute to our family at BLACK money sign. Said crazy part about it, Juke wasn't gonna pay some of the boys 100,000. Long live Flipper. He absolutely wasn't. This crash dummy got 800 motherfucking dollars in some pills. That's disgusting. Appreciate the support, family. Revolution is a way of life.
Let's get to November. Look, I guess the week before Thanksgiving. What was going on here?
He was telling us, you know, they got turkey.
Who was he?
Quick, Govan, quit. I mean, he was telling us that, you know, they had turkey drive. Each artist had a different day where they were doing turkey drive or whatever, and you know, that's our opportunity. We can make some shake.
Okay. You said make some shake. What's shake?
Like, try to catch him and, you know, get the money. Do what he don't want to.
Special place in hell for these.
Were you aware about this turkey drive prior to Govan telling you that?
Nah, cause I don't know nothing about what paper route do, so nah, I probably wasn't.
Did you listen to their music before? Or did
I listen to Young Dolph, but I ain't listen to his artist. I ain't know his artist was. I listen to Dolph.
This dude didn't have no problem with nobody, just was a junkie down on his luck, and that clown Govan used him, met him 3 weeks later, talked to him about killing people, and he on these drugs, decided, hey, I'll do anything. That's crazy. You know the crazy part about it? When them niggas talked to him about killing Dolph, nigga, if he'd have went to Young Dolph, nigga, that Dolph would have gave him a bag for that information. He would have been good. When Dolph wouldn't have stiffed him, he'd have went to Dolph and said, hey, man, they trying to give me 100 bands to kill him. Dolph probably would have tore him off 10 for that good, vital information. Dumbass nigga. You didn't have no problem with it.
So, Govan was telling you about the turkey drive.
Right.
And
just,
I'm sorry.
he was telling me and just.
Were y'all together when he was telling you?
Right, at his house.
At his house. Did he mention the family? Did he mention the money?
Well, we had already knew the prices on majority of their heads, basically. On everybody else doing the turkey drive, we had already knew the prices already.
Including Dolph.
Including Dolph.
And let's go to November the 16th of 2021. What were you and Justin doing that day?
Well, he had called me up, came to pick me up. We had went because they had to take a drive in South Memphis somewhere. And me and him was out, we riding, trying to get one of the artists day-to-day that was doing the drive down there. And as we was out there, I got out on foot. There was a lot of folks out there standing with guns with her. Justin was in the car. And he called me and told me that he had got a call to Young Dolph was at a gas station up the street from where we was at. So I ran back to the truck and I jumped back in the truck. When we got to the gas station, Dolph was gone. So We rode around for a minute, then he dropped me back off at the house. And I laid down that night, and he was like, tomorrow we go back out and see what's up.
So on the 16th, at any point, did you think, okay, maybe we have a shot at getting Dolph?
Yeah, because we knew he was in town. We knew Dolph was in the city then, and we knew that tomorrow we were full-fledged then. We know we anything in shape right now. We gonna get somebody. We gonna strike. Tomorrow is our day. We gonna strike somebody. We gonna get lucky tomorrow.
And at any point, did you all have this conversation with Mr. Govan?
Yeah, we were telling him like we really getting close. We getting fed up with playing. We finna get somebody basically. And he was like, y'all do y'all thing. Handle y'all business.
And in return, you all were supposed to, you expected to be getting money, so.
Right.
Because that's what he promised you.
All right.
So let's, well, let me ask you also, is one of those, Justin, what did he do for a living?
He was a rapper.
At any point, did you all participate in a music video or anything?
Yeah, I was called by Mr. Govan to be in the video because I don't know Justin and like that. So I was in the video, but I didn't want to be in it, so I put a mask on my face.
And when was this video shot?
Like in summertime of 21. I can't tell you the exact date, exact month, nothing like that,
But it was prior to, was that after the,
it was
you know,
it was after that. Yeah, it was after the movie.
but prior to Dolph?
No, right.
Okay. We have a photograph that is for you, previously been shown to the defense counsel. Do you recognize the contents of that photograph?
Yeah, mine.
And what is that photograph?
It's the photograph of us in front of the house where y'all found the car shooting a rap video.
And who's all in that video?
Justin, I don't know the other two guys. And then they go over there. I'm standing right behind, and then they go over there with a mask on my face.
Your Honor, if we could have that photograph and its evidence as the next number.
So this is a photograph with 5 individuals in the picture. Mr. Govan with a cap on. The witness described himself standing behind Govan with a mask on. You know, individual with a red cap on. Is this Justin Johnson?
Yeah, fine.
Justin Johnson in the picture with the baseball cap on, holding a stack of money. We'll mark this as exhibit 5 to this hearing.
Can we just ask when that supposedly was? I think you made
It's
it.
already said we did.
So he doesn't know this one?
Hold on, let's mark this, and then you can ask your question before. Okay, you want to ask questions?
I ask you again, do you recall when this was taken? Or the video, excuse me, the photograph that you were just looking at, not this one, but the one you just handed to
That was the video. I don't know what month it was. I don't know like the exact time it was, but I know it was sometime.
It was
after the paper I movie. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like,
Nope.
Your Honor, who published the picture?
Yes.
Could you describe for the jury what we're looking at here?
there's the video shoot of us at the house across the street from Quick House, across the street from Nene Govan house.
Who is this individual?
I don't know him.
Who is this?
It's Justin Johnson.
Who is this individual?
I don't know who that is.
Who is this?
That's an Indian Go van.
And who is this individual?
That's me right there.
Why did you have a mask on?
Cause I wasn't part of their little crew, and you know I ain't want to bring no little beef upon myself. He asked me to be quick, and then they go van asked me to be in the video. That's why I'm standing like right behind him, cause I ain't know.
Imagine this clown say he don't. You trying to sneak people. Imagine this clown say he don't want to bring no beef on himself. Bitch, you trying to kill Dolph in the paper route in the crew. But you don't want no beef brought on yourself. You fucking junkie, man. This dude here don't deserve no deal. He need to go to prison for life or get fucked off his goddamn self.
No, none of them other guys.
He didn't want to bring no beef on himself. But you thinking about.
So we're gonna, I know I'm doing some time work. But this was sometime, we're gonna go back to November, at this point, November 17th. Right?
Salute to our family at BLACK money sign. He says it's crazy how the judge and everybody making a point not to mention Big Head Ho got his name. You absolutely right, family. Revolution is way of life. Appreciate the donation to the war chest. Help me keep the lights on. You absolutely right. They tried to avoid that. Cornelius don't let it.
What was going on that morning? What do you recall about that morning? November 17th, 2021.
Well, it was actually my daughter's birthday. I woke up. I had a missed call from Justin Johnson. So I don't know if I called him back or he called me back, but somehow he got on the phone. We was on the phone, and he was telling me that he was finna pull up on me.
And did you plan to meet him that day?
Yeah, we had been out the day before, you know, on the turkey drive. Well, now that's when they told us Dolph was at the gas station, but we were gone. So the next day we went on another turkey drive. So we were gonna get up that day and, you know, try to get to that turkey drive.
So this was this a Wednesday, would you say? If you recall?
I can't recall.
It was November
17th,
17th.
my daughter's birthday.
All right, so how long from when you received a call from Justin to when he came to get you?
He was close by, so it was like a couple minutes. He was close by. It wasn't long. He was close by.
And I don't know if I asked you before, but how far from Mr. Govan's house to your house? How was that far?
Nah, it wasn't far. A couple minutes. It wasn't far.
So he wasn't far because he came pretty quickly once
Yeah,
he
he
was on.
came fast.
Okay, and when he arrived, what type of vehicle was he?
He was in a white Mercedes Benz.
Had you ever seen him in that white Mercedes
Nah, I
Benz?
ain't never seen that car before.
What car would you normally see him
In an SUV, like a white truck or something.
in? And did you ask him why he had this?
I ain't asked no questions. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't asked no questions. I just jumped on in there because I knew we was on a mission.
At this point, had your mission changed to Dolph knowing that he was in town?
Yeah, anybody. At this point, anybody, like in paper, right? Anybody.
So he picks you up,
He picked me up.
and where did he pick you up from?
He picked me up from my pop's house. Once he picked me up, we went back to right in front of Govan, and then the Govan house
Okay, they on Bradley Street.
on Bradley Street.
And when you went back to Govan's house on Bradley Street, what did you do then?
He jumped out the car and jumped and grabbed somebody in his suburban truck.
Could I ask, we identify who the he's are? It's getting very confusing with the hearsay.
I think Ms. Taylor was going to do it, and she's been doing a pretty good job at
And we've got a lot of theys and he's, and it's very confusing.
That's why I asked. So the he that jumped out the car, who is the he?
Justin Johnson jumped out the car and he jumped out the white Mercedes Benz and grabbed something out of his SUV that he had parked by across the street from where his house is, right?
And I didn't ask you, where is this house?
Across the street from the Govan house, where we'll park it hang out here. We'll park in front of his house and go to his house, hang out. Go to,
Okay, hold
and then go to
You
his
go
house.
to he, all right. You
Go to-
park in front of the Gomez house.
We park at their house and to go over Mr. Hernandez, go over his house and hang out.
All right. All right, so Justin got out of the car. Opened the door or something to the SUV, got something out.
Right.
Did he get back in?
Yes, ma'am. He got back in and we took off.
Okay, do you know what he got out of the car?
No, man, I can't remember.
All right. You previously mentioned that you all were kind of on a hunt.
Right,
When you go hunting, you have guns.
right.
Did you have a gun?
Justin Johnson already had the guns in the car. Prior to me getting in, they was already in the car.
Did you all have masks?
Yes, ma'am. I had my own mask, my own gloves, and Justin Johnson had his own mask and gloves.
At some point, did you put these masks and gloves on?
Yes, ma'am. We once Justin grabbed something out of that white SUV, we proceeded on heading towards Westwood area. And as we got to Lamar Airways at the light, young Dolph come driving by. They come driving across the light. And we spotted the car. We were like, there they go. And we proceeded to trail them.
They got lucky.
Trail.
Young Dolph.
And what did you do then? Oh, let me ask you, did you make any phone calls?
I didn't make any phone calls at the time. I didn't.
Did Justin make any phone calls once you all spotted that dog?
No, ma'am. I don't recall.
Spot dog, what did you all do then?
We proceeded to follow them. We followed them. They pulled inside the cookie store. We made the block. And when we made the loop, I jumped out. I spotted Dolph inside the store at first. I jumped out. Just proceeded to shoot inside the restaurant.
I'd like to show you what has.
See, this Joker was on them pills. He's on an adrenaline rush. This shit was nothing like, it's like a video game. This is the most disgusting shit because he already testified he didn't have no problem with Dolph. And he didn't want nobody to know he was doing this. He didn't want PREEEE to ever know it was him. Because he said, that's why he got the mask on this video. He didn't want to be in the beef. He just wanted some fucking more pills to get high. This is crazy. And there's a lot of dangerous niggas like this. See this nigga right here? He wouldn't have killed Dolph and ruin this man's family, you know, ruin the life of his kids. So his kids can have something for their birthday. It's a lot of this going on in our motherfucking neighborhoods. The mindset of a lot of people. Kill a nigga, open up your safe, kill you, then go home and buy some Christmas presents for his kids and sing Merry Christmas. And you done ruin the whole, it happened like that. You done ruin a whole nother family on the other side of town. Come on, bro. I know that mentality, man. I used to go through that shit. Grew up in that shit. This is disgusting, but this is a reality.
Yes, previously remarked as show you what is previously been marked as exhibit number 3. Take a photo, please. What are we looking at?
It's the Makita's Cookie Show shop where young Dolph and them pull it in.
Is that the vehicle that you saw previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you all?
By the time we had already, like we was at the light, we had went down to the light to make the block.
You gesturing this way, so you're the light coming this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, could you see when he got out, when Dolph got out of the car?
No, ma'am.
You see a vehicle coming to the frame. What are we looking at here?
That's the white Mercedes-Benz we was in.
Were you the passenger or were you the driver?
I was the passenger.
This individual.
That's me. That's me.
And is this the gun that Justin had already in the car when you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, take while we're waiting on that. You see another individual that came to the frame. Who's that individual?
That came into the frame.
That was on the video. We saw you get out. Big gun. Who else was get out of the car?
Oh, they were just jump.
What were you all planning to do?
Well, once we saw young Dolph, we planned to go and kill him. Go and take him out.
So how far from when you saw Dolph on, was it Airways?
Yes, ma'am.
How far from when you saw, how long did it take from once you saw Dolph on Airways to once you actually got out the car and started shooting?
Couple minutes. It wasn't even a good 10 minutes. It wasn't 5. It was about 5 at the most. Red lights.
Okay, we'll go back to the videos once technical.
This man's testimony is no fucking way. See, Memphis police can do whatever the fuck they want. It's no fucking way the federal government will not circle back and hit CMG with the motherfucking RICO, because this the man. He telling you Juke set it up. He telling you Govan was just a go between CMG and the killers. He's telling you this, and everybody know Big Juke is not fucking CMG. He's just a part of CMG. He's not CMG. So Memphis can try to play these games all they fucking want. I know they're not gonna the federal government not gonna let CMG get away with no motherfucking murder. Not with how Trump them throwing RICOs around and they federal government going crazy. Watch what I tell you.
Maybe.
They gonna take it back for that figure got it away. Clowns. It's gonna be so befitting, but they so rich, they so powerful and so motherfucking stupid. They use some junkies. They didn't know this man. And Big Juke. when that nigga walked in that house and Big Jicky Govan was in the house after the failed attempt on Paper Raw Wu, after failed attempt, and this one thing they know for sure, Govan ass didn't have 100,000 to kill Big Juk. Govan didn't have 50,000 for Paper Raw Wu. Govan didn't have 10 on this nigga, 5 on that nigga. No, CMG had that on the head of Paper Raw Wu. And Govan don't have to say that. The shooter is the killer is saying that was his motivation because the big money CMG put on their head, not Govan. He's just a fucking middleman. That's a fact. You know, it's gonna be so big. The nigga so rich and so powerful, and yeah, your ass paid the killer $800. That's why the ass going motherfucking down.
So in the 5 minutes or so from when you all spotted,
Ain't no real Govan ain't no motherfucking killer neither. Whole ass bust ass nigga. If he was a real killer, he would kill both. He would kill this little nigga. So he would gave this nigga $5. He gave this nigga 5 slugs in the back of his head and burnt this nigga ass up in that motherfucking car. There'd been a rap on that type of shit. But he not a real killer. That's why he's looking for any nigga he meets selling pills. Hey, you want to make some real money? Come on, man. This what I hope Yo Gotti is watching this and he's sweating and he's shitting and he can't eat. He's throwing up because I want him to realize you can kill Big Juk. Y'all can whack Big Juk. All y'all fucking want. That's not gonna clean this shit up, nigga. It's not gonna clean this up. This ain't going no fucking well. Cause you didn't have the stomach to do it your fucking self. You're scary, and then you didn't have a stomach to wrap this shit up by hitting him and Justin Johnson. This what y'all get for playing like y'all.
So when you all started shooting, what did you and Justin say to each other?
We didn't say nothing. It was just like, once we saw him, we didn't say nothing. We knew it was go time. I knew it was go time. Like, no matter where I go, get it over with now. That's why I jumped out.
Did you have a phone on you on that day?
Yes, man. I had put my phone in the glove department of the car.
And why did you do it?
So I wouldn't drop it when I jumped out the car or nothing like that. So
did you put it in the glove compartment when you first got in the car or after you saw Dolph?
When I first got in the car, I put it in the glove department.
Let me ask you, the location that you all were at, that you shot at Dolph, was that location here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
You get them.
You guys working again with?
Yes. This individual.
It's me.
Okay. Like. Get back to that you all pulling off in the white Jeep.
Yes, ma'am.
You see someone in the frame in the shot coming out and shooting as well.
Yes, man. He had shot back at us. I actually got hit twice.
And where did you get hit?
Got hit in my arm, on my leg.
Did Justin sustain any injuries?
He got scraped on his back.
Alright, after you leave there, hold on, we have another video I'd like to show you previously been marked as part of Exhibit 3. The videos are working with us today. Is this the cookie shop that you referred to?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you see who was inside of the cookie store from once you got out of the car?
Oh, once we pulled in, that's when I saw young Dolph like close to the glass, like he gonna bag up. That's when I saw where he was at, like location in the store, where his location was inside the store.
Was this the person to which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that you?
Yes, man, that was me that ran up, shooting inside the store.
After the shooting happened, you're shot. Could you show the jury where you're shot at?
Got hit in my arm, right here. Now it hit in my leg, right here, scraped on my
We're
leg.
not gonna actually show them that. What did you all do once you?
Once we left the cookie shop, I was telling Justin I was hit. He like, I'm hit too. He was driving, Justin was driving at the time, so I was asking him, is he okay, so we won't crash or anything, run into nothing. We went back to the house in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan house, and I jumped out the Mercedes Benz and jumped into a Suburban truck and moved on out the way. Mr. Justin,
Let me stop you. When you all were planning to get hits on any of the PREEE artists, and then even once you saw Dolph, did you have a plan as to what you were gonna do after?
not necessarily. We was going back because we didn't know we were gonna get shot. Ain't nobody know we were gonna get shot.
You didn't plan on getting shot.
No, man. That wasn't part of the plan.
Bounties on these PREEE individuals, the rappers, artists, were you aware that there were bounties?
No, man. I had no idea about it.
Were you aware of who the PREEE artists were?
I knew about Young Dolph, but I didn't know about none of these other artists or nothing like that. I had to Google them. Had to actually Google them. Once he told me, I had to really Google them to find out.
So there would be, like throughout the summer, you all will meet and he would talk about the
Right.
bounty.
Talk about the battle on them. And first we like, man, I was thinking to myself, it's impossible to get Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can get no Young Dolph. But, I was thinking to myself that was impossible. So, I had to Google the other guys to see who they were.
Well, fast forward, let's get to November. Look, it's the week before Thanksgiving. What was going on?
He was telling us, they got turkey.
Who's he?
Quick, go man. go in and quit. I mean, he was telling us that, you know, they had turkey drive. Each artist had a different day where they were doing turkey drive or whatever. And, you know, that's our opportunity. We can make something shake.
Okay. You said make some shake, what's shake?
Like, try to catch him and, you know, get money, do what he don't want
Were you aware about this turkey drive prior to go in telling you that?
to. Nah, cause I don't know nothing about what paper route do, so nah, I wasn't.
Did you listen to their music before? Or did you?
I listen to Young Dolph, but I ain't listen to his artist. I ain't know who his artist was. I listen to Dolph though.
So, Govan was telling you about the turkey drive.
Right. He was telling
And-
me in just.
I'm sorry,
He was telling me in just.
were y'all together when he was telling you?
Right. At his house.
At his house. Did he mention the family? Did he mention the money?
Well, we had already knew the prices on majority of their heads, basically. On everybody else doing the turkey drive, we had already knew the prices already,
Including Dolph.
including Dolph.
And let's go to November the 16th of 2021. What were you and Justin doing that day?
Well, he had called me up, came to pick me up. We had went because they had a turkey drive in South Memphis somewhere. And me and him was out, we were riding, trying to get one of the artists that day that was doing the drive down there. And as we was out there, I got out on foot. And there was a lot of folks out there standing with guns, whatever. Justin was in the car. And he called me and told me that he had got a call that Young Dolph was at a gas station up the street from where we was at. So I ran back to the truck and I jumped back in the truck. When we got to the gas station, Dolph was gone. So we rode around for a minute, then he dropped me back off at the house. And I laid down that night and he was like, tomorrow we go back out and see what's up.
So on the 16th, at any point, did you think, okay, maybe we have a shot at getting Dolph?
Yeah, because we knew he was in town. We knew Dolph was in the city then, and we knew that tomorrow we were full-fledged then. We know we anything in shape right now. We gonna get somebody. We gonna strike. Tomorrow is our day. We gonna strike somebody. We gonna get lucky tomorrow.
And at any point, did you all have this conversation with Mr. Govan?
Yeah, we were telling him like we really getting close. We getting fed up with playing. We finna get somebody basically. And he was like, y'all do y'all thing. Handle y'all business.
And in return, you all were supposed to, you expected to be getting money, so.
Right.
Because that's what he promised you.
Right.
So let's, well, and also, is one of those, Justin, what did he do for a living?
He was a rapper.
At any point, did you all participate in a music video or anything?
Yeah, I was called by Mr. Govan to be in the video because I don't know Justin and like that. So I was in the video, but I didn't want to be in it, so I put a mask on my face.
And when was this video shot?
Like in summertime of 21. I can't tell you the exact date, exact month, nothing like that,
But it was prior to, was that after the,
it was
you know,
it was after that. Yeah, it was after the movie.
but prior to Dolph?
No, right.
Okay. We have a photograph that is for you, previously it's been shown to the defense counsel. Do you recognize the contents of that photograph?
Yeah, mine.
And what is that photograph?
This the photograph of us in front of the house where y'all found the car shooting a rap video.
And who's all in that video?
Justin, I don't know the other two guys. And then they go over there. I'm standing right behind, and then they go over there with a mask on my face.
Yeah, if we could have that photograph and then it's evidence as the next number.
So this is a photograph with 5 individuals in the picture. Mr. Govan with a cap on. The witness described himself standing behind Govan with a mask on. An individual with a red cap on. Is this Justin Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Justin Johnson in the picture with the baseball cap on, holding a stack of money. We'll mark this as exhibit 5 to this hearing.
Can we just ask when that supposedly was? I think you made
He's
it.
already said he did.
So he doesn't know this one?
Hold on, let's mark this, and then you can ask your question for voice. You don't ask questions.
I ask you again, do you recall when this was taken? Or the video, excuse me, the photograph that you were just looking at, not this one, but the one you just handed to
That
the.
was the video. I don't know what month it was. I don't know like exact time it was, but I know it was sometime.
It was.
It was after the paper movie. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like,
Your Honor, who published the picture?
Yes.
Could you describe for the jury what we're looking at here?
there's a video shoot of us at the house across the street from Quick House, across the street from Nene Govan house.
Who is this individual?
I don't know him.
Who is this?
It's Justin Johnson.
Who is this individual?
I don't know who that is.
Who is this?
That's a Nene Govan.
And who is this individual?
That's me right there.
Why did you have a mask on?
Cause I wasn't part of their little crew, and I ain't want to bring no little beef upon myself. He asked me to be quick, and then they go there and asked me to be in the video. That's why I'm standing like right behind him, cause I ain't know nothing about that.
Alright. So November 17th. Right. What was going on that morning? What do you recall about that morning? November 17th, 2021.
It was actually my daughter's birthday. I woke up, I had a missed call from Justin Johnson. So I don't know if I called him back or he called me back, but somehow he got on the phone. We was on the phone, and he was telling me that he was finna pull up on me.
And did you plan to meet him that day?
Yeah, we had been out there before, on the turkey drive. Whatnot. That's when they told us Dolph was at the gas station, but we were gone. So the next day we looked at another turkey drive. So we were gonna get up that day and try to get to that turkey drive.
So this was this a Wednesday, would you say? If you recall?
I can't recall.
It was November
17th,
17th.
my daughter's birthday.
Alright, so how long from when you received a call from Justin to when he came to get you?
He was close by, so it was like a couple minutes. He was close by. It wasn't long. He was close by.
And I don't know if I asked you before, but how far from Mr. Govan's house to your house? How was that far?
Nah, it wasn't far. A couple minutes. It wasn't far.
So he wasn't far because he came pretty quickly once
Yeah, he
was on.
came fast.
Okay, and when he arrived, what type of vehicle was he?
He was in a white Mercedes-Benz.
Had you ever seen him in that white Mercedes?
Nah, I ain't never seen that car before.
What car would you normally see him
In an SUV, like a white truck or something.
in? And did you ask him why he had this?
I ain't asked no questions. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't asked no questions. I just jumped on in there because I knew we was on a mission.
At this point, had your mission changed to Dolph knowing that he was in town?
Yeah, anybody. At this point, anybody, like in paper, anybody.
So he picks you up,
He picked me up.
and where did he pick you up from?
He picked me up from my pop's house. Once he picked me up, we went back to right in front of Govan, and then the Govan house
Okay, they on Bradley Street.
on Bradley Street. Yes, ma'am.
And when you went back to Govan's house on Bradley Street, what did you do then?
He jumped out the car and jumped and grabbed somebody out of his suburban truck.
Could I ask, we identify who the he's are? It's getting very confusing with the hearsay.
I think Ms. Taylor was going to do it. She's been doing a pretty good job at
We've got a lot of theys and he's, and it's very confusing.
That's why I asked. So the he that jumped out the car, who is the he?
Justin Johnson jumped out the car and he jumped out the white Mercedes-Benz and grabbed something out of his SUV that he had parked by across the street from where his house is, right?
Okay. And I didn't ask you, where is this house?
Across the street from a name Govan house, where we'll park it or hang out at. We'll park in front of his house and go to his house, hang out. Go to
Okay, hold on.
Govan
You
house.
go to he, all right. You
Go to-
parked in front of Govan's house.
We park at their house and to go over Mr. Hernandez Govan house and hang out.
All right. All right, so Justin got out of the car. Opened the door or something to the SUV, got something out.
Right.
Did he get back in?
Yes, ma'am. He got back in and we took off.
Okay, do you know what he got out of the car?
No, man, I can't remember.
All right. You previously mentioned that you all were kind of on a hunt.
Right,
When you go hunting, you have guns.
right.
Did you have a gun?
Justin Johnson already had the guns in the car. Prior to me getting in, they was already in the car.
Did you all have masks?
Yes, man, I had my own mask, my own gloves, and Justin Johnson had his own mask and gloves.
At some point, did you put these masks and gloves on?
Yes, ma'am. Once Justin grabbed something out of that white SUV, we proceeded on heading towards Westwood area. And as we got to Lamar Airways at the light, young Dolph come driving by. They come driving across the light. And we spotted the car. We were like, there they go. And we proceeded to trail them.
Trail.
Young Dolph.
And what did you do then? Oh, let me ask you, did you make any phone calls?
I didn't make any phone calls at the time. I didn't.
Did Justin make any phone calls once you all spotted that dog?
No, ma'am. I don't recall.
Spot dog, what did you all do then?
We proceeded to follow them. We followed them. They pulled inside the cookie store. We made the block. And when we made the loop, I jumped out. I spotted Dolph inside the store at first. I jumped out. Just proceeded to shoot inside the restaurant.
I'd like to show you what has previously been marked as exhibit number 3. Take a photo, please. What are we looking at?
It's the Makita's Cookie Show shop where young Dolph and them pull it in.
Is that the vehicle that you saw previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you all?
By the time we had already, like we was at the light, we had went down to the light to make the block.
You gesturing this way, so you're at the light coming this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you see when he got out, when, Dolph got out of the car?
No, ma'am.
You see a vehicle coming to the frame. What are we looking at here?
That's the white Mercedes-Benz we was in.
Were you the passenger or were you the driver?
I was the passenger.
This individual.
That's me. That's me.
And is this the gun that Justin had already in the car when you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, technical. While we're waiting on that, you see another individual that came to the frame. Who's that individual?
They came into the frame.
That was on the video. We saw you get out. Big gun. Who else was get out of the car?
Oh, they were just jump.
What were you all planning to do that day?
Well, once we saw young Dolph, we planned to go and kill him. Go and take him out.
So how far from when you saw Dolph on, was it Airways?
Yes, ma'am.
How far from when you saw, how long did it take from once you saw Dolph on Airways to once you actually got out the car and started shooting?
Couple minutes. It wasn't even a good 10 minutes. It wasn't 5. It probably about 5 at the most. Red lights.
Okay, we'll go back to the videos once technical gets it, maybe.
It was just like, once we saw him, we didn't say nothing. We knew it was go time. It was just, I knew it was go time. Like, no matter where I go, get it over with now. That's why I jumped out.
Did you have a phone on you on that day?
Yes, man, I had put my phone in the glove department of the car.
Why did you do that?
So I wouldn't drop it when I jumped out the car or nothing like that.
So did you put it in the glove compartment when you first got in the car or after you saw Dolph?
When I first got in the car, I put it in the glove department.
Let me ask you, the location that you all were at, that you shot at Dolph, was that location here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
You get them.
You guys are working again?
Yes,
This individual,
It's me.
okay. Like, we get back to, that you all pulling off in the white Jeep.
Yes, ma'am.
We see someone in the frame in the shot coming out and shooting as well.
Yes, ma'am. He had shot back at us. I actually got hit twice.
And where did you get hit?
Got hit in my arm, on my leg.
Did Justin sustain any injuries?
He got scraped on his back.
Alright, after you leave there, hold on, we have another video I'd like to show you, previously been marked as part of Exhibit 3. The videos are working with us today. Is this the cookie shop that you referred to?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you see who was inside of the cookie store from once you got out of the car?
Oh, once we pulled in, that's when I saw him up like close to the glass, like he gonna bag up. That's when I thought where he was at, like location in the store, where his location was inside the store.
Is this the person to which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that you?
Yes, man, that was me that ran up, shooting inside the store.
After the shooting happened, you shot. Could you show the jury where your shot is?
Got hit in my arm, right here. No, he didn't know he scraped on my
We're
door.
not gonna ask you to show them
Yeah.
that. What did you all do once you?
Once we left the cookie shop, I was telling Justin I was hit. He like, I'm hit too. He was driving, Justin was driving at the time, so I was asking him, is he okay? So we won't crash or anything, run into nothing. We went back to the house in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan house, and I jumped out the Mercedes Benz and jumped into a Suburban truck and moved on out the way. Mr. Justin
Let me stop you for a minute. When you all were planning to get hits on any of the PREEE artists, and then even once you saw Dolph, did you have a plan as to what you were gonna do after?
Not necessarily. We was going back because we ain't know we were gonna get shot. Ain't nobody know we were gonna get
You
shot.
didn't plan on getting shot.
Nobody. That wasn't part of the plan.
Had you not got shot, was there a plan in place?
We probably would have just took the car back, jumped in another car, went and burnt the car up, something like that. But we both got shot or whatever, and I was bleeding tremendously bad. We took the car back in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan, across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. We jumped in the truck. We were trying to get cleaned up, so we were trying to find somewhere for us to go.
Who was he?
Justin
Was trying
to find somewhere for us to go. And in the meantime, he had FaceTime Big Juke, let him know that, that was like our work.
y'all want your money then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And, let me ask you, did he promise to give you your money that day?
He told us he'd get with us when he got done with his kids or whatever, or when he got up, one or the other. It was one or the other.
But you didn't have Juke's number,
No, ma'am.
so he couldn't get with you directly.
No, ma'am. He couldn't get with me directly.
So how would he have been able to get with you?
I would have had to go through Mr. Hernandez Govan or Justin Johnson.
Alright, so no plan as to what y'all were gonna do after whoever y'all hit that day. You happened to hit Dolph.
Yes, ma'am.
Hit Dolph. You go back where? You go to the,
We go across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. We swap vehicles. And now that's when I had went too fast. That's when Justin was trying to find somewhere for us to go. But he had FaceTime Juke first, and then let him know he was spelling out Dolph. And then
when you said he was spelling out Dolph, was he going to
jailhouse, jailhouse spit.
in American Sign Language he was doing Dolph?
Nah, it different. It different.
Okay, some more.
He was telling them that was our work basically pretty much. And he get with us when he get up. And then he trying to find somewhere for us to go so we could clean up or whatever, because I was bleeding extremely bad. Like I was really bleeding. And he had found somewhere for us to go. And that was in 2-line apartment. We went there to clean up or whatnot. And we had called Mr. Hernandez Govan because I had left my phone in the car too. And he was like, man, y'all saw in the video, dude came back out shooting. So the glass was shattered. So when I got out the car in front of his house, the glass had shattered on the floor. So he was like, man, I got shit everywhere, basically. You know what I'm saying? I got all these.
But hold on, Govan was saying it to
us. Yeah, we had the glass and shit in the street.
So he knew it was y'all.
Yeah, he knew it was us. So I was like, man, get my phone out the car. Get my phone. I left my phone in the car too. Get my phone out the car. He like, all right, meet me where I get my car wash shit. So I like, all right, bet. Say no more. So we had cleaned up in Whitehaven. Once we cleaned up in Whitehaven, I had called my girl.
Hold on. You called the girl, but the apartments, you said they were 2-lane. Are they known by any other name?
Yo, I know them by 2-line.
Okay, it's been 2-lane apartments.
Yeah, I'm 2-line.
Where were they at?
In Whitehaven, out Sherwood Drive, in 2-lane street.
You previously looked at video. We are fingers crossed the videos are gonna work this time. You previously looked at videos regarding it would be the Gospel Garden apartment. Would that be correct? Is this
I guess the name was, I didn't know the name. I remember about 2 lines.
Okay, but it's video of you arriving
Yes, ma'am.
and video of you leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And that's just day one. It's strange to hear CMG keep being brought up. The city of Memphis is watching, and the family of young Dolph is waiting for justice. And the jury is only beginning to hear the pieces of the story that's been echoing in the streets since 2021. The prosecution say Hernandez Govan called the shots. The defense say the state is leaning on broken witnesses with everything to lose. Let me know how you guys
You state and spell your name for the jury.
My name is Angela Arnold, ANGELAARNOLD.
Ms. Arnold, are you familiar with someone named Cornelius Smith?
Yes,
How are you familiar with him?
dating my boyfriend
How long have you been with Ms. Smith?
since 2016.
Okay. And were you dating him in 2021?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know an individual by the name of Hernandez Govan?
I don't know him, but I've seen him.
If
I
you were
know
look,
of him.
okay, but you've seen him before?
Yes,
If you could look around the courtroom and tell us if you see him here today?
yes.
Could you point him out and identify him for the record, please?
In a gray shirt with a gray tie.
For the record, she's identified Mr. Govan in court.
Thank you. Ms. Arnold, if you could remove your line. Thank you. And how are you familiar, or where have you seen Mr. Govan?
A couple of times riding with Cornelius over his house,
Over whose house?
over Govan's house.
Okay. So you and Cornelius Smith would go to Govan's house?
I would ride with him, yes.
Okay. Would you ever go inside?
No,
So how do you know it was Govan's house?
because Cornelius told me,
Did you see Govan outside the home?
yes,
Okay. Do you know where this home is located?
on Bradley Street,
Okay. What area of town is that?
Orange Mountain.
And on the times that you saw him at the home, did you ever speak to Mr. Govan?
No,
Have you ever spoken to Mr. Govan?
no,
And so did Mr. Smith ever tell you about discussions that he might have had with Mr. Govan?
yes.
So what did he tell you?
He said, something about a hit
Pillow talk.
A hit on who?
on Dolph.
So Cornelius Smith told you that he talked about a Dolph hit
This
with
nigga
Hernandez.
told his girlfriend they was gonna kill Dolph. Wow.
Okay.
Your ass is accessory too.
So do you remember when Mr. Smith told you about that conversation?
I can't remember the exact date.
Was it in 2021?
I can't remember.
See,
Was it hot or cold outside? Do you
It
remember?
was hot outside.
Okay. And so when Mr.
all these
Smith,
people gonna get what's coming to him. She should have went and told Dolph. Dolph Flip would have told her off 10 for some vital information like that. But she chose to go along with the blackface KKK to set that man up. She need to do at least 5 years, but you need to do some time. 10 years probation for you.
told you about that discussion he had with Govan,
Because you know why?
did he ever tell you?
She was
about-
enjoying them pills, and guess what? If they would have paid his dumb ass, she was gonna get some of that money. She was gonna go out of town with Cornelius. She was gonna get some gifts. That's a motherfucking fact. This lady is just not the lady who was sleeping with the pill head junkie who killing people, you know, for money. Shit, nah, nigga, her ass accessory, nigga. They in bed fucking, and he telling her they gonna kill Dolph. She loving it. She loving it. She thinking she finna come up. That's a fact.
About a dollar amount.
He mentioned a dollar amount.
Do you remember what that dollar amount was?
It was between $1 million and 1.5.
Okay. And so this discussion that y'all had,
$1 million. $1 million. Yeah, you going to jail, lady. $1 million Nah, she start telling that man she love him, baby, we need to get married. All that type of shit. They thinking about this big $1 million ticket that's coming for killing young Dolph. Look at this motherfucker bitch. She's sitting on the stand now trying to get her way out of this accessory to murder.
Before Adolph Horton was killed?
Yeah,
Okay. And so did Mr. Smith ever tell you any specifics about this hit on Dolph?
no,
Okay. Did he tell you when and where they were going to do it?
no,
Okay. And to your knowledge, did Mr. Smith ever have, well, let me back up a little bit. Do you know someone by the name of Anthony Mims or Big Joe?
yes,
Okay. To your knowledge, did Smith ever have direct contact with Big Joe?
no.
So how would he, if he communicated at all with Big Joe, how did he do that?
He said he would talk to Govan, send a message through him, and he would get a message to Juke. And Juke would talk to Govan, and Govan would tell them a message.
Okay. So Govan was the link between Mr. Smith and Big Joe.
Yes,
Okay. So I'm going to fast forward to November 17th, 2021. Do you know where you were that day?
yes.
Where were you?
I was at his dad's house before I went home.
Whose dad's house?
Cornelius,
Okay. And was Mr. Smith there as well?
yes.
How long were y'all there for?
Well, I had left. I can't remember.
When did you leave?
It was, I can't remember the time, but I know I had left and went home.
Did you leave alone?
Yes.
So Mr. Smith wasn't with you?
I had took him to work.
Okay. You took Cornelius Smith to work?
No,
Who did you take to work?
his dad.
Okay. And so when you left the house that day, was Cornelius Smith still at the house? Okay. Did you see him leave the house?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Do you remember him getting any calls that morning before you left his dad's house?
He got a phone call.
Okay, so Cornelius Smith got a phone call before you left.
Yes.
Do you happen to know who that call was from?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you recall anyone coming to the house before you left?
I seen a car pulled up, but I can't tell you who was in it.
Okay. What kind of car was it?
It was a white car.
Do you know the make or the model of the car?
No, I don't.
Was it a truck? Was it a sedan?
It was a car. It wasn't an SUV or nothing.
Okay. And you said you don't know the other person in the car?
No, I don't.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Smith get into the car at all?
No, I had pulled off.
Okay. And where exactly did this person pull up to? Was it right in front of Cornelius's?
It was across the street.
Okay. Do you know if that car was there for Cornelius Smith?
I really don't.
Okay. And so I want to go to later on that day, November 17th, 2021. Did Cornelius Smith contact you later that day?
Yes.
Okay. How did he contact you? Did he call you?
He called me.
Okay. Did he call you from his usual phone number?
Mm-mm. I
Okay.
didn't recognize the number.
Okay. And so he called you, and what did he say to you?
Told me to come pick him up.
From where?
2 Lane Apartments.
Okay. Have you ever been to 2 Lane Apartments before?
No, I had.
Okay. So he told you where he was. Did you go and pick him up?
Yes.
And when you picked him up, what kind of car were you driving?
My car.
Yeah.
I had a Chevy Trax.
What color was it?
Like a dark gray.
I'm going to show you what has been previously marked as Exhibit 6, the video. Does that car look familiar?
Yes.
Is that your car?
Yes.
And who were you waiting on at that point?
Cornelius.
And who's that walking out
She
right there?
full in there.
This Cornelius with a bag in his hand.
Is Cornelius in the black?
Yes,
Okay. And at that point, is he walking towards your car?
yes,
Okay. If I show you a screenshot of some surveillance footage from that same time and that same place, could you recognize it?
Yeah, yes or no?
yes.
I need for you to say it, she recorded.
I'm sorry.
Up in the top left corner of that picture, right on the edge, do you see Cornelius Smith?
Yes,
Okay, and do you see your car?
yes.
Your Honor, would ask this photo be entered as the next number exhibit?
No objection.
So this is a, photo of a parking lot, several cars in the lot, apartment complexes, around the picture, in the edge of the picture. And on the very left edge of the picture is, who has been identified as, Cornelius Smith with the back. We'll mark this as exhibit 7. Let's try it.
Your Honor, may I have permission to publish in the jury? So Ms. Arnold, I'm actually gonna give you this pointer. And this very first button, if you could use it to kind of circle where Cornelius Smith is and where your car is. The very first button, the top one.
Because you might not be able to do it through this screen. You want to step down, step right there and see if you can point at it. Be careful. Where's the phone number?
It should be now.
That's the top of it.
You have to ask them. Miss, when you see if it's working, get it back to.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to see it. This try.
Yep.
There it is. It's
You
working.
just have to hold it. Okay, so that person right there, that's Cornelius Smith.
Yes,
And the car next to him, is that your car?
yes.
Okay. We can see it. Thank you. Thank you. So, Mr. Smith, he got in your car, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When he got into your car, did he talk to you at all?
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
He been hit
So he got shot?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you know where he got shot at?
in the shoulder.
Did he tell you how he got shot?
Yeah.
So how did he tell you he got shot?
He said he got shot when they went up there in Makita's cookies, and he said they were shooting at Dolph, and when he got back to the car, someone shot back at them, and he got shot in the shoulder.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else about that incident? Did he ever tell you why he didn't call you from his own number?
He said that he put his phone in the car,
In which car?
the Mercedes.
Okay. Did he tell you where the car was?
No, he didn't tell me where it was.
Okay. Well, did he try to get his phone back?
Yes.
How do you know that?
He told me we need to go up there and get his phone out the car, and he got in touch with GoVan, and we went up the pressure wire.
Okay. So he got in touch with GoVan. Did he use your phone to do that?
I can't remember.
Okay. So one way or another, he got in touch with GoVan.
Yes.
Okay. And when y'all left 2 Lane Apartments, where did y'all go?
to Pressure World.
Did y'all immediately go to Pressure World or did y'all make a stop beforehand?
Well, we stopped at the gas station across the street. He got him a cigarette.
Okay, so after y'all left the gas station, y'all went to Pressure World.
Mhm.
And when you got to Pressure World, who was there?
Govan.
Okay. And was he inside of his car or was he outside?
He was inside of a car.
Okay, do you remember what kind of car it was?
No, I don't.
Okay. And so were you driving at that point?
Yes.
Okay. So he parked the car, and did Cornelius stay in the car or did he get out?
He got out and went back there where he was. Govan got out of the car and they walked to the back and they was talking. I didn't hear the conversation because I was in my car.
Okay. So you didn't hear anything?
No.
Did you ever speak to Govan at all?
No.
But you saw him at the car wash that day?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Govan give Mr. Smith anything?
I did.
Okay. And after this, did you and Mr. Smith leave?
Yeah.
Where did y'all go?
He was just riding around.
Okay. Did y'all ever stop at any point?
Yeah, we went to AutoZone.
Okay. So was it that same day that y'all went to AutoZone?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did y'all go to AutoZone?
To get a car cover.
So did Smith tell you that you needed a car cover?
No, the car cover was supposed to be for the cover of the car that I guess they used.
Okay. Did he tell you that anyone told him to get a car cover?
No, he didn't.
Okay, he just said, we need to go to AutoZone and get a car cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time was this?
I can't recall.
Okay. And you said it was the same day that you got the phone from Pressure World?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say this now, please?
Yes, I'm sorry.
So y'all got to AutoZone, and did you go inside or did Mr. Smith go inside?
I can't remember.
Okay. But was a car cover purchased at all?
Yes,
And how do you know that?
because it was purchased, but I can't remember who bought it.
Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. And was it in an AutoZone bag or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened after y'all left AutoZone?
We rolled around, tried to get him some pain meds because he said he was hurt.
Okay. After y'all rode around and tried to get him some pain meds, where did y'all end up?
We ended up at his dad's house because he was bleeding real bad and he wanted to change clothes.
Okay. And did he change clothes?
Mm-hmm.
What happened while
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. And what happened when y'all got to the house and once he changed clothes?
He changed clothes and he went in the bathroom. I was sitting in his bedroom and he passed out and I got him up off the floor.
Okay. And what happened after you got him off the floor?
We left.
Who was we?
Me and Cornelius left.
Okay, so y'all left his dad's house.
Yes.
And where did y'all go?
We ended up at his aunt's house.
Okay. And just for the jury's clarification, where is Cornelius Smith's dad's house located?
Wild Rose.
Okay. About how far away is it from the house that you remember Mr. Govan being at?
It's not far.
Okay. Would you say less than 5 minutes?
I'd say about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes.
So I'm going to ask another question. So was there ever a time where during this time, did Mr. Smith ever ask you to drop him off and spin the block and then come back and get him?
Yes.
Okay, where were y'all when this happened?
That day, it was dark outside and he wanted to wipe the prints. He thought his fingerprints was on the car. He wanted to wipe his prints off the car. So I pulled up at the top of Bradley Street. He got out, and I hit the block and came back and picked him up.
Okay. And you said this was nighttime.
Yes,
And when was what? Do you remember what day this was?
I don't.
Okay. Was it before or after you got the car covered?
I don't remember.
So let's fast forward a little bit. Just about a week or so later, did you stay in Memphis?
Yeah.
So you were in Memphis the week after that?
Well, the Thanksgiving night, we went to Atlanta. I had a job offer. So we left like 4 o'clock that morning because I had to go get a TB skin test read. So we made it up there, and I got a text from Greater Hospital saying that orientation had been canceled, and they'll let me know when the next orientation will be. So we left like that Sunday and came back to Memphis.
Okay. So how long were y'all in Atlanta for?
From just a weekend. I say from we left that Thursday night. Well, Friday and Saturday, we came back Sunday.
Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit into December. Did Mr. Smith ever say that he talked to Govan after the murder? Did he ever tell you that he ran into Govan
Yes.
after the murder?
Yes.
Okay. When did he tell you that?
He said he was he was in South Memphis going to get some pills, and he ran into him in traffic. He blew the horn. Govan turned around, made a U-turn, and got behind him. He said they got out, and Govan was like, "I've been looking for you. You good? You all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm good." He said, Govan was like, "I don't know what you done heard, but I ain't said nothing. But we gonna get this money." And he said something about going to PREEEE. Then he gonna make sure that he get his money.
So the next day, after this run-in with Mr. Govan in the street, did you see Mr. Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you see him?
He picked me up from work. We was together.
Okay. And where did y'all go after he picked you up from work?
We went over his own house.
Okay. When was the last day that you remember actually seeing Mr. Smith?
Well, the day that he got picked up,
She thought she was feeling
I had a job interview after by the airport. I took my grandkids to school. I went to my job interview. We left the job interview. It was his daughter's birthday. He wanted to take her some cupcakes or something, so he had to talk to her mom to make sure it was okay. We went to the school. She called to verify that it would be okay.
Who is she?
Shay, his baby mom.
Okay.
So we left there. We went to Kroger, got some cupcakes and stuff, and he dropped me off at work.
Okay. And that was the last time you remember seeing him?
Mm-hmm.
And to your knowledge, was he arrested for that?
Yes. He left me stranded at work. I didn't realize he had got locked up until the next day, because I was stranded at work. He was in my car. He had my phone, so I had no way of calling him or anything. So the next day when I got up, my daughter took me over his baby mom's house, and that's when I found out that he had got arrested.
Have you ever spoken to police about this whole situation?
Yes.
Did you speak to them multiple times?
Twice.
Okay. That first time, did you tell them everything that you told us today?
Yeah.
The first time?
Some of it. I held back some information.
Okay.
The first time. So the second time I went down there, I told him everything. Because I told him I was scared for my family.
as you should be. He was in on Dolph. He was waiting on your boyfriend to get $1 million because he told you that lie.
I'll pass the witness around.
Yeah, if we could have a minute, switch out the computers, they have to log off first of all.
This was wrong with it. This nigga told this girl, yeah, we gonna get $1 million for killing young Dolph, and any one of them niggas, all the niggas from Pre got money on their head. They on drugs. Like, oh baby, just go ahead. And she just cooking dinner and putting the kids to sleep. This disgusting. Now she's sitting on the motherfucking stand, just acting like she doing the right thing. Bitch, that nigga told you they gonna kill Dolph, and he told you they gonna get $1 million, and you just seen love was in the air. What a motherfucking joke. That she is an accessory, bro. After the fact, you picked the niggas up. You knew what they did. You picked them up. Then he left me at work. He riding around in my car. Lady, you know this what that man did.
Just give me 1 second until we get it. Good. All right, Ms. Arnold, my name is Manny Aurora. I'm the lawyer for Mr. Govan in this case, okay?
Okay.
It's clear you don't want to be here today, do you?
No, I don't.
Speaking of talking to folks, how many times have you talked to the government before today, being the prosecutors?
The police?
The police or the prosecutors here today?
I talked to the police. I came down here 201. I talked to the police twice.
Okay.
And I talked to those ladies once.
When was that?
Last week.
Okay. Could it have been twice if they came by your house last week?
I wasn't there.
Okay. Did you talk to them this morning?
Yes.
Right. Did you watch any of this trial on TV yesterday?
Not much of it.
All right, but you watched some of it, the trial, so you heard what the
I
witnesses.
saw the beginning of it.
Did you see your boyfriend's testimony? None of it.
Yes or no?
No,
Why not?
I just couldn't watch it.
Okay. But you watched some of the trial yesterday before you testified. You're testifying here
Just the
today.
beginning of it.
Okay. Do you remember back on June 24th of 2025, your daughter had a baby, right?
Yes.
All right. You remember I came by your house to try to talk to you, and I came back the next day to talk to you, and you mentioned to me that you don't remember anything about this and you have nothing to say. You remember that?
I didn't talk to you.
Okay. So on June 24th, when you had your daughter, you know I came by your house, right? You remember that?
I don't never see you.
Okay. With regards to Cornelius, you've been dating him since 2016.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. And you talk to him regularly.
Yes.
You still talk to him since he's been locked up.
Yes.
All right. You go visit him.
Well, I can't personally go visit him.
Okay.
They do a video visit.
So let me rephrase. You talked to him on the phone and you video visited with him. Does Mr. Cornelius ever call you on a cell phone from the prison?
No.
Okay. So it's always a recorded line?
Yes.
Okay. The video visits, though, those are you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many times do you think you visited him in the last 4 years since he got arrested?
Since he been for this case?
For this case, without bond, he's in pending trial.
Well, when he was down here at 201, I used to come down here and visit him.
Okay. And with regards to what you testified to here today, I mean, everything's essentially what Cornelius has told you, right? You're just repeating what he said to you.
Yes.
Okay. So this thing about pressure world, well, let's take it one step at a time. Do you know who Bobby Carter is?
A friend of his.
Did Cornelius ever tell you about doing a shooting with Bobby Carter in the summer of 2021, a few months before Dolph was killed?
No.
Did he ever tell you doing any type of shooting or trying to shoot somebody named Moochie Gray?
No.
But Bobby Carter's a friend of his, right?
Yes.
And Bobby Carter also lives on Bradley Street, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you know Bobby Carter.
I've seen him.
And with regards to Mr. Govan, how long have Cornelius and Mr. Govan been hanging out? It's been a while, right?
Yes.
All right. So by a while, I mean, they've known each other for a long time.
I would say.
Okay. So you're not talking about a couple weeks or a month. He's known him for a while. He buys his pills from him. He hangs out at Bradley, right?
Yes.
All right. So I just want to make sure my definition of a while is the same as yours. So if I said I just met somebody a couple weeks ago, that wouldn't be accurate. He's known Mr. Govan for a while.
From my knowledge, for some months.
Okay. And he would then go do pill sales with him. He'd go buy pills at his house.
Yes.
But he'd also buy pills from Bobby Carter.
That's not a while. That's just meeting somebody.
I'm not sure.
When you talked to the police, do you remember telling them that Cornelius would buy pills from a street called Redbud on Redbud Street?
Yes.
Okay. Who lives on Redbud Street?
I don't know the guy's name, but somebody he know and buy pills from.
Okay. Did Cornelius ever tell you that Mr. Govan is a federal snitch?
He said he heard something like that.
All right. Was that before or after the shooting of Mr. Dolph?
After.
Okay. With regards to the Pressure World, you familiar with Pressure World?
Yes. Yeah.
You've been there a bunch. You recognize it?
I ain't been there a bunch.
How many times you been there?
I don't never go there. I drive by there.
Okay. Would you recognize it if I showed you some pictures of it?
Yes.
I'm going to hand you about 10 or 12 pages. If you could just look through it and tell me if this is the Pressure World that you recognize.
Yes.
And that's what Pressure World looked like on that day on the 17th when you guys went there to meet Govan to pick up the phone, right?
Yes.
It's true and accurate of how you remember it looking back in November of 2017?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm going to ask to publish those. I don't know if it's 12 or 15 photos. I can count it, but I'd like to offer that in evidence.
Are we entering
Yes.
into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection. Well, do we know when these pictures were taken?
Well, I just asked her, is there true and accurate copies of when it is? And she said, yes, so it doesn't matter.
She says that's what they look like at the time,
Okay.
that she went by there with Mr. Smith. I'm gonna take a little sticky off.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry. It just says original, so I don't get the copies mixed up.
So these are. So are all of these necessary?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually do have a point.
Now, these aren't all a pressure order. So look at the last four.
The last 3 are pressure orders close-ups, but the other one is a business across the street, so I can pull that one.
It's 3 pictures.
And 4.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Just the close-up.
You don't want to approach.
Yeah.
Do you swear or affirm the fellowship?
I do. Sergeant Browning, could you state your first and last name?
Jesse Browning,
And for the benefit of our viewers, could you spell your first and last name?
Jesse Browning.
And where are you employed?
Memphis Police Department,
In what capacity?
at the multi-agency gang.
And have you attained a certain rank? I call you Sergeant Brown, but in fact, Sergeant Brown.
Sergeant Brown.
And were you tasked with the investigation involving the homicide of Adolph Warren Jr.?
I was.
And how did you become involved with that investigation?
My team was tasked sometime, some of my team tasked sometime in December when it was revealed.
December of 2021?
21, yes.
Okay.
December 21, that there was more than just a simple murder. It kind of turned into more of a conspiracy.
And what did you do as a result of that, becoming part of the investigation?
We just started working the conspiracy into the investigation. It was called detailed records, phones, interviews. It could be all kinds of capacity.
Specifically, did you become involved in the investigation of Mr. Hernandez Gomez?
I did.
And what did you do as a result of the investigation? Did you do anything separate from the general investigation?
As far as like Title III or?
Did you collect call detail records?
Yes, we collected all detail records, phones, you name it, we collected it on this investigation.
Okay. And did you analyze those records?
We did.
And what did you do to analyze?
I use a software called PinLink or PLX, which just makes it easier, one, to create reports and then analyze the records. Generally in just bring it, because they all come in UTC, you can kind of get the records in more of a coordinated time. But we also analyze the actual raw records too, just to verify.
And did you prepare a PowerPoint presentation to help explain to the jury what you looked at when you analyzed them?
Yes, it's call detail records and phone.
we could pass this to somebody.
Any objection?
No, none.
To look at that and see if you recognize the contents of the envelope.
Yes.
And what does that depict?
It's just a thumb drive. It's got my PowerPoint on it. It's got my initials, my IBM on it.
Your Honor, if we could have the evidence as the next number.
We just asked when the PowerPoint was created for completion sake of the exhibit.
What do you say?
When was the PowerPoint completed completed?
The final parts of it with the specifically the records was yesterday. Somewhere the extra.
And Your Honor, again, exit at the end and enter evidence as the next number.
This is an envelope containing what's being described as a thumb drive. It has Sergeant Browning's name on it, PPT. The red thumb drive on the inside. We'll mark this as exhibit 25.
And for our jurors, this PowerPoint is comprised from exhibits 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Commissioner Public.
Yes.
This is your presentation, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, we will go through it. No, it is small. Could you tell us, or if it would be better, if with the court's permission, you can get down and explain what we are looking at here.
Okay, so this is going to be essentially a screenshot of the information associated to Justin Johnson's cellular device. So it's just, essentially take out or remove the important information for the PowerPoint purposes, like his IMEI, MZs, telephone numbers, things of that nature.
You named some things we have probably never heard of. Say that again.
So like the IMEI is the number that it's essentially a serial number that belongs to the device. And then an MZ is generally a serial number that belongs to like your SIM card or your network. So we use those things to compare. And then telephone numbers. As you can see, I think on Justin Johnson, it has like his email address, which has maybe a partial of his name. So essentially, it just shows the things that are associated with that cellular device.
And also for the benefit of our jurors, they will have access to this PowerPoint. And this is Justin Johnson's number ending 901-236-1625. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. We have another.
Yeah, so this is going to be same information but it's for Cornelius Smith's cellular device, which his last used number for that phone was 901-513-6236. Correct. And then this cellular device is one that belongs to Angela Arnold for the number of 901-370-0185. Primarily has the same information that you can use to compare.
So we have a date of July 27, 2021.
That's correct.
Is there any significance to that? No, that date's right.
For us, we found that was significant from the interview with Angela Arnold, actually Cornelius Smith. I'm sorry.
All right. What are we looking at here?
So on the 27th, you have essentially we take the call detail records in the software and we create a hot number list. So a hot number list would be, if you're looking at your phone, for me, it'd be my girlfriend or my mom or my dad. That'd probably be your typical top 5 callers. It can vary, but it's just showing your top callers and down.
And this is for a particular day?
Yes, so I filtered it for that actual day, so it's not the totality of the records. It's just for that day. And this telephone number belongs to Justin Johnson, which is 901-236-1625. And then as you see, when we look at the records, his top caller is going to be a number that belongs to Hernandez Govan, and shows like 24 communications. The next number is going to be for Anthony Mims, and his telephone number is 901-692-2767. And as you can see, Hernandez Govan on that day, again filtered for the 27th, is around the 8th or 9th call. So he had 7 communications. So the significance for this is that on July 27th, 2021, we look at Justin Johnson's cellular device. We find Hernandez Govan's telephone number. As you say, it's labeled Big Bruh Quet, and that was an incoming text message to Justin Johnson, and it's just an address of 4641 Bowenshire, which is still Smoking Memphis. It's a shop owned by Anthony Mims and his business partner, Mr. Lambert. Can you go back? I apologize. And just to note that time was at 1937-21, and it shows significance because he's getting the text from Govan, and then on the next slide you'll see Justin Johnson actually sends an outgoing iMessage to an individual we identified as Harry Lockhart, and he just says he's talking to Joe, indicating that maybe he's at the smoke shop and he's talking to Joe. And then you see at 21:08, 43 hours, Anthony Mims creates a phone contact for Justin Johnson, and that contact he labeled as Drop, which is an alias. It's short alias of what we know Justin Johnson to be, just like a short alias we know Jook to be. It usually goes by Big Jook or Jook, and then we've heard referred to Drop, or his actual name that he uses is Straight Drop on YouTube and things of that nature.
So when you say he created a contact, he was putting the phone number into this phone?
Right, he created that contact to be at 7/27/2021, 9/8/47 p.m. He creates that contact. And then, as you see, 21:08, 49 hours, Justin Johnson creates a contact for Anthony Mims' telephone number and labels it Jook, which is the alias. So both these individuals in relatively in the same time frame created contacts for each other. Again, indicating that they're probably within communication distance or in the same vicinity. So this is the following day, July 28th. So after that, and as you see here, so Justin Johnson, his cellular device shows an outgoing, so it's an iMessage to Jermaine Sears with the address of 3641 Allendale Lane. And then that same day at 17:24 hours, we have an incident at the, it was called the Double R Auto Services, and it's at 821 South Highland Street. And the two victims that just worked at the shop state that a tan BMW is being chased by a burgundy Dodge Charger. 3 males get out of the Charger and start firing upon an unknown male and a female who remained in the car. The unknown male in the BMW fled. We were able to later identify that to be one Terrence Baker, his prints had hit on the car, but he never filed a police report or would communicate with officers about the incident at all.
So the victim was Terrence Baker?
Correct. He just wouldn't communicate with us or anyone. And as you see here, the it's 1724 hours. That address, the address at the shop, the 820, what is it, 821 or 823 South Highland?
I think 833.
It's approximately, I had it on there, I can't read it because it's kind of far, 0.49 miles away, so it's not that far away.
You're talking about this address here, the 30.
So that address is actually 3645 Allendale. He sent a different address. If you go to the next slide.
Before we go to the next slide, you've indicated that the victim of the shooting was Terrence Baker.
Correct.
Does he go by any other name?
Yes, he goes by Wu, or Paper Route Wu.
And as part of your investigation, did you determine him to be a artist on
Yes,
PREEE?
he's an artist. Sorry, he's an artist on PREEE. As you see, so here is the actual address, the 3645 Allendale, and the address that Justin sent was right next door. So it was actually 3641. So he just had the address wrong. Here's so later that day, 1804 hours, Mississippi finds the Dodge Charger. Witnesses on the scene say they see 3 males jump out and run. The vehicle was stolen. They then processed that vehicle, which came back with some APHIS hits. So the fingerprint, when they dusted the vehicle, they had prints come back as to be for Justin Johnson, Rashad Hill, and Cavius Wesley. And then also they located a spent .40 caliber cartridge casing on the driver's side floorboard. And that spent cartridge casing showed to correlate with the cartridge casing found on the scene at the R shop over on South Highland Street. And then this is August 13th, so we get to this date from, again, Cornelius's interview. We look at the hot number list. We see that 859-1460, a number that belongs to Go.
I wonder why Paper Route Wu had 50 on his head. Dolph had 100, he had 50. Like they seen Paper Route Wu as some type of problem they had to get out the way. Quiet as kept, he probably been applying a lot of pressure to them niggas. They wanted him gone. And why didn't Daddy O, why wasn't no money on Daddy O head? That's something that's very suspicious. Why they see everybody, they haven't named Daddy O. Maybe it's something I'm overlooking. Why everybody in PREEEE got to go except Daddy O, and he a major player, a major figure in PREEEE. The war with PREEEE don't stop by hitting Dolph. We see that now. Why Daddy O didn't have nothing on his head, and they not bringing him up at all neither.
Govan had 12 communications with Justin Johnson on that day. It was a top caller.
Before we get there, go back just a bit. So we mentioned Cornelius. Do you know when Mr. Govan or Justin Johnson or Juke's number appeared with Cornelius? You able to ascertain the information?
It would be hard to say just because, we get records for a certain amount of time. So I wouldn't be able to determine. I would be able to say a date just based off records we have, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't communicating prior to that.
If you can, the records that you have, when is the first time that you see any of the individuals appear in Cornelius's phone?
I don't know. I don't have that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So again, for this, it's the communications for Justin Johnson, and it's going to be on August 13th, 2021. And as you can see here for Justin, he's got 12 communications with Hernandez Govan, who's his top caller. And then this is going to be the same, so another hot number list for Cornelius Smith. Now, the number's different because he had this telephone number, same device, but different telephone number, which is 901-479-3786. I think on his device it showed that number was last used in September, so that means it's probably sometime he changes over to the number you saw earlier. And on that hot number list, you see Bobby Carter has 33 communications, which is about his third caller. And then Devin Burns is about a sixth caller. And then you have Hernandez Govan with 8 communications, about his 10th caller, 9th or 10th caller.
We see his first one is Angela Arnold.
Correct.
Okay.
And then on this one, we have Anthony Minton's hot number list. And again, it's filtered for just the 13th. And as you can see here, Govan's number 4. I think that's 4 communications. He's actually 10, maybe 9 callers down, because you can see you have a bunch of unknown. And then you have number 2 callers, just a list of numbers. That's usually just information getting from the cell phone company and other things, like other traffic, but actual numbers, he's about number 9, 10. And then on August 13th at 13:45 hours, we have the 911 call where Terrence Baker's cellular device calls and says that he's at Allendale being shot at and he's hiding. They asked for his name, he refused to give it. He just told them to hurry up, they're coming after him. And then this will be communications with the conspirators that are with Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith, and then the other individuals, Anthony Mims, Hernandez Govan, and any variation of their other numbers at that time. So as you can see, it's represented in color is essentially the light pink is going to be Hernandez Govan, the blue is Anthony Mims, and then on the left it's, see, I think I've got Justin Johnson is yellow, and then Cornelius Smith is green, just to kind of so you can see the kind of the flow of things. And so essentially on November 2nd, we had Justin Johnson had 7 communications with the cellular device that belongs to Govan, and then he had 4 communications.
And I'm sorry, are these in chronological order on the date?
Correct.
So Justin communicated with Hernandez Govan, then he communicated with Anthony Mims, then he communicated with Govan again, then he communicated with Mims again, and then he communicated with Govan again.
Correct.
Okay.
And then essentially this is just those call detail records, but the actual call detail records, which it's got like service codes, tower information. You'll see it has a version of the IMEI. It won't give you the actual IMEI. They kind of do some equation where they change the last 2 digits so people can't steal the IMEI off the records and create their own kind of their own service or their own account. So, but it just gives you a little bit more information. It can tell you call voicemail if there's multiple users on one call, if they're doing 3-way, and things of that nature. And then again, as you can see, you have Justin Johnson in the yellow, Cornelius Smith in the green, and essentially it just kind of shows the way they're cut, like who they're communicating with, and the kind of the flow in chronological order, how they're talking. So as you can see, Justin Johnson had 7 with Hernandez Govan. Justin Johnson had 4 with Anthony Mims, and then he had 0 with Cornelius. And then Cornelius had 20 communications with Hernandez Govan, but he had 0 with Justin and 0 with Anthony Mims. And then this is just the actual raw records. It just depicts what that is. So at the top you have Justin Johnson's records, and then at the bottom you have Cornelius Smith's records. And again, another report showing that Justin Johnson had 7 communications with Hernandez Govan. On November 4th, he had 1 with Anthony Mims and 0 with Cornelius. And then Cornelius had 2 with Hernandez Govan, 0 with Justin Johnson, or Anthony Mims, and 0 with Justin Johnson. And then these are just again, you have Justin Johnson's records that you get from the cell phone company, and then you have Cornelius Smith's records that come with the cell phone company. Again,
For November 5th, 2020.
it's November 5th. And as you can see, it's harder for me to see, but in the yellow and the green, they're kind of throughout the day. But Justin Johnson has 1 communication with Hernandez Govan, 0 with Anthony Mims, and then he has 1 communication with Cornelius Smith. And then if you look on this side, it's Cornelius Smith has 4 communications with Hernandez Govan. He has 0 with Anthony Mims, and then of course 1 with Justin Johnson. And then these are those records that represent that. And then this is November 6th. You have Justin Johnson has 0 communications with Govan. He has 2 with Anthony Mims. He has 1 with Cornelius Smith. And then as you see, Cornelius Smith has 4 with Hernandez Govan, 0 with Anthony Mims, and then 1 with Justin Johnson. And then as you see, these are just the raw records representing those individual calls. Again, November 12th, you have 0 communications with Hernandez Govan. Justin Johnson. Yeah, Justin Johnson has 0 communications. He has 3 with Anthony Mims and 0 with Cornelius. And then Cornelius has 5 communications with Hernandez Govan. He has 0 with Anthony Mims and 0 with Cornelius Smith. And again, these are just the raw records that represent that report. And then November 15th, 2021, you have Justin Johnson has 0 communication with Hernandez Govan. He has 0 communication with Anthony Mims, but he has 14 communications with Cornelius Smith. And then on Cornelius Smith, he has 2 communications with Hernandez Govan. He has 0 with Anthony Mims, and then of course he has 14 communications with Justin Johnson. And then
Raw data.
this is just the raw data. And then November 17th, obviously, is the day of the homicide. So if we look at the hot number list on the day of the homicide, Cornelius Smith hot number list has 12 communications with Justin Johnson. It's about his fourth top caller. He has 11 with Hernandez Govan, and then he has 8 with Angela Arnold. And then if you look at Justin Johnson's It's harder for me to read that, to be honest. But a little far, if you don't mind.
Get my glasses on, so.
Yeah, just because I can't see that far, I guess, through the glass. So on the 17th, Justin Johnson has 15 communications with GoVan. It's like his third down if you remove the voicemail. And then you have 12 with Cornelius Smith. You have 11 with Angela Arnold. And then on down, he has 3 with Hernandez GoVan and only 1 communication over here on the right with Anthony Mims. So that's just further down the list.
Can you read that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is just going to be a call log, essentially taken from from Cornelius Smith's cellular device, and it's showing that he's communicating with Justin Johnson. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get down. It's too tight. It's an incoming call, and then as you can see, he's got his contact listed as Little Brud Drop. Interesting. This is an incoming call just prior to the murder, and as you can see, when you look at their raw records, both of their call detail records show their cellular devices on a cellular tower at 1731 Cherokee Boulevard, and they both have the same tower azimuth, which is just essentially a direction on the tower of like a sector. So it would be like a compass. So 290 would be like, we have cones. And so they're both pointing on the same sector of the same tower, which is approximately 3.9 miles away from 1766 Wild Rose Street, which is where Cornelius lives. And then this is surveillance video of the homicide with Cornelius and Justin Johnson in the photos. And you can see that's at 12:23:01 hours. And Justin will be on the left and Cornelius is on the right. And then Dolph's brother shooting at that vehicle. Here we're showing Cornelius Smith's physical phone extraction, showing that there was no outgoing communications during that time frame. So his last outgoing communication, and before the homicide was. Here we're showing Cornelius Smith's physical phone extraction, showing that there was no outgoing communications during that time frame. So his last outgoing communication, and before the homicide was essentially, we had that incoming at 12:04, and then you see from that time period, it's all missed calls, and then he has an outgoing to Uncle Ron.
Let me stop you. The date on the top of this is August the 13th.
My bad.
Should that be November 17, 2021?
Yes, I apologize. It should be November 17th.
But the dates all here correlate.
Yeah, the dates are in the center, and as you can see, they have the times, and then below that, we have his call detail record. The records show so it shows right there at the 1804. So records come in UTC. So
it is UTC.
It's basically like universal time coordinated. So like they send the records, it's always going to be in that universal time coordinate. So we're in central time, so that would be, at this time period, would be 6 hours back. Right now it'd be like 5 hours back. So it just compensates for daylight savings and things of that nature. So, because they're going to send those records all over whoever needs them. And so it's just easier for the companies to send them out as one format. And so like you'll see on the phone, we've got it -6 on And that's when I create those reports. I'm actually -6, and so it just makes more sense fluidly. And so at 1804, which really, it shows the incoming call, and then just a list of incoming calls, but then you also some outgoing calls, but those outgoing calls are actually just the to his voicemail. And you can see on the far right, which is like, I guess, so 02A would be like forwarding, which means the phone is on, it got forwarded. No reply means after a couple rings, there's other anomalies, like if the phone's off, it'll have a different code or a different service. November 17th at 12:26, Justin Johnson has a FaceTime Anthony Mims at 12:26, 3 or 4 minutes after the homicide. And then right here, 12:39:07 hours, you have communications at 12. One is an outgoing call at 12, coming text, and then at 12, their outgoing call. And then you can see that below. You look at the text, 12, you go to the next slide. You can see 12:39, that text, which is just, she's Kiona 52 Haven Court, the address to her. And then later at 12:47, Justin Johnson sending 47 message to a Jermaine Sears, a number that belongs to Jermaine Sears. And at 12, Johnson sends another iMessage that says, now. And then you have a response at 12:47, sends an incoming text iMessage that says, on. So 58:02 is when it begins, but you see SUV pull in to the 2-lane apartments, or what's it? They got another name. The Gospel Garden Apartments. Then you see Justin Johnson next to Kiana Hooper, and then you see Cornelius Smith, who has the hoodie kind of draped over his shoulder. And they're going into Kiana Hooper's apartment. So this is going to be from Angela Arnold's cellular device. And this is going to be at 13:26:30 hours. And as you see, she has an incoming call from Justin Johnson, 901-236-1625. It's a 19-second call. And then you have another incoming call at 13:28:16 hours. It's a 12-second call. And then you have an instant message that comes in at 1:28:50 or 13:28:50 hours. And then below are the records that coordinate with that, with those, with her phone calls. And these are going to be her call detail records that are associated to her device. And then that text message, which was at 132850, is again the address, which is 4752 Haven Court.
Justin Johnson sent this to Angela Arnold.
Justin Johnson's device.
Justin Johnson's device.
Correct.
Send it
Or
to
telephone
Angela
number.
Arnold's
Yes,
device.
device. Yes. Again, here you see Angela Arnold's phone extraction. She gets another incoming call at 13:55:11, and it's a 29-second call, and then that's represented down here at the bottom for her call detail records. And then as you see, 13:56, Angela Arnold arrives in the black SUV at 4752 Haven Court. And I think you see him coming outside as Justin's in the middle with the yellow hoodie. Cornelius has the black hoodie with the black pants. And Keona's just right behind him. And then you see Cornelius get in the passenger side of Angela Arnold's vehicle. So now November 17 at 14:07 hours and 15 seconds, Angela Arnold's cellular device showed an outgoing SMS message to a telephone number that belonged to Justin Johnson. That SMS message stated, "This is Steve, bruh. Send me bruh number so I can get my phone." That's then followed by another SMS message, which is at 14:13:21 from Angela Arnold's cellular device, and it says Quez number. Then we have November 9th, 2021, or 19th, I'm sorry. And this is just showing that Justin Johnson at 12 in the morning was searching, Cornelius Smith, was doing a Google search for 24-hour AutoZone.
So this is what, like 12:17 in the morning, like.
Correct. Or no, 12:17 seconds. So at 12 in the morning. And then at 12:01 in the morning, you see Justin Johnson shows an outgoing call to a number or Cornelius, I'm sorry. Cornelius shows an outgoing call to AutoZone Auto Parts. And that comes back to the AutoZone Auto Parts at 5945 Winchester Road. Again, you'll see at 12:09 or 0900 hours, Cornelius Smith's cellular device showed an incoming call that belonged to Justin Johnson, and he has the contact name labeled Little Bruh Drop. It's a 33-second duration call. Then at 12:10 a.m. or 1000 hours, you have Cornelius Smith's cellular device showing 3 outgoing calls to a telephone number that belonged to Hernandez Govan. And you can see again that's labeled bruh for the 901-618-3848 telephone number. And it's an outgoing call. It shows 2 minutes and 40-second duration. You have another outgoing call at 12:18. So the first one was at 12:10. The next one's at 12:18 a.m. It's a 1 minute and 9 second call. And then you have at 12:35 a.m. you have a 7 second duration call. It's an outgoing call. And then below are just the records that correlate with what was on a cellular device. Then on so 06:47 hours or 6:47 a.m., Cornelius Smith's cellular device showed an incoming call from a number that belonged to Hernandez Govan, and that was 18 seconds long. And then those are the records that correlate with that communication. And then at 0701 hours or 7 a.m., Cornelius Smith's cellular device does a Google search for AutoZone on Lamar. Then at 0703 hours or 7:03 a.m., Cornelius Smith's cellular device showed an outgoing call to a telephone number that belonged to Hernandez Govan. There was no duration on that call. And as you see, like there's no duration on the records. And it does show like an abnormal completion, which could be a various of disruptions or problems that just correlates with that call. Again, it's 708 or 0700 hours, 8 or 7:08 a.m. He has another Google search, which is the universal car cover. And then later at 1847 hours, there's an image of an AutoZone receipt that's extracted from his phone. And you can see that the capture time was on 11/20/2021 at 6:47 p.m. And then we have December 2nd, 2021. And so Angela Arnold's cellular device showed an outgoing Instagram chat to Anthony Mims. And essentially it says, "What's up, big bruh? I'm trying to get with you. I'm Govan, little homie. You met me before. I'm trying to let you hear my music. If you don't mind giving me a call." And then he lists 901-370-0185, which is Angela Arnold's cellular device or her cellular phone number. And you see it's her Instagram chat for participants, and then above that is Juke the Boss, which is his Instagram. And then that's it.
Your analyzation of the phones, would you say the conspirators or the individuals listed, Justin Johnson, Cornelius Smith, and would they communicate more to Govan than with each other?
I think that it started as a lot of communications between Govan, but as you saw, as it gets closer to the day of the homicide, those communications then seem to be more between Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson, and not Govan.
And then after the homicide?
I would say most of the communication. I know that Cornelius was communicating through Justin Johnson's brother. Justin Johnson was doing something weird with his phone where his brother had the phone, but he was just trying to avoid getting in trouble with his parole. So you see that Cornelius is communicating with his brother. But I don't think Hernandez was communicating with any of them that I know of, or Mims. I think all communication was done with Mims.
That's
Bootleg cop. Cover stuff up right now.
Could you, for the benefit of our viewers, describe what we're looking at here?
This one is
No,
the,
I'm sorry, I'm on the screen.
oh, sorry. You want me to describe this?
Yes.
Okay, that's, White House. It's kind of cream color when I was there. It's kind of White House with a brown top with, cover over the front porch with a wrought iron gate and a driveway to the left there.
And is this the house that you described that had, that you found the car on Bradley?
That's correct.
You have another photograph for you, the first one that you're looking at. What are you looking at?
Looking at, the numbers that are wrote, like someone it's handwritten on the side of the house.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the numbers as they were written on the house on the date?
Yes, 1174.
Your Honor, if we could have the internet next one.
Any objection to this?
No.
Thank you. This is what appears to be the side paneling of a building. It's been specified that it's the side of the house on Bradley with the numbers 1174. We'll mark this as Exhibit 10.
Commissioner Focus. While we're working on that, you have another photograph in front of you.
Yes.
What are you looking at there?
Looking at, the car that was located, it was toward the rear of the house on the side, in the backyard. Or the rear of the home.
And does that photograph depict anything of significance?
Picks the, photo of the Mercedes Benz.
Your Honor, if we can enter that into evidence as to its number.
This is a picture of the side of the house with the back of what's been identified as the Mercedes Benz in the back of the house. There are two individuals standing in the yard, backyard. We'll mark this as Exhibit 11 to this thing.
You're being passed another photograph. If you could tell us what we're looking at here.
Again, we're looking at the side of the home, where the driveway is with the Mercedes Benz in the rear of the home and, two individuals standing slightly behind the Mercedes Benz.
Your Honor, if we could enter that, have that enter as the next number to see.
No objection, Chair.
What's the difference between this picture and the last one?
Oh, a second one may have done. You'd like us to approach?
Yeah. Bring the picture to the front. We just marked it. Is she giving you the exhibit?
It's right here too.
11.
We must have it. We can. You have another photograph before you.
I do.
Could you describe what you're looking at?
This is a close-up picture of the Mercedes-Benz, the rear of the Mercedes-Benz that's parked in the backyard, appears to be under some trees or limbs.
We can have the internet the next time.
This is what's been described as a close-up of the Mercedes-Benz in the backyard amongst some limbs and trees. We'll mark this as exhibit 12.
Yeah, about two more.
Yes, two more.
Could you describe the next photograph?
This next photo is a close-up of the front of the Mercedes-Benz front, maybe passenger side. Again, parked up under some bush.
We could have it in the next number too.
This is a close-up of the front of the, what's been described as the Mercedes in the backyard amongst some limbs. We'll mark this as exhibit 13.
And the last picture.
This next photo is a close-up of the passenger side of the Mercedes-Benz. Looks to be the Mercedes-Benz has some damage to the passenger side from the rear to the front almost, and the front door, the window looks like it's down, and it's again parked up under the tree limbs.
We can have it into evidence as the next number too.
This is the picture of the passenger side of the white Mercedes that's been described as in the backyard behind the house. There appears to be damage to the rear, possibly door of the Mercedes. We'll mark this as exhibit 14.
You're on a permission to publish the last series of pictures that were.
Yes, ma'am. When you publish, let me know which one you publish.
Yes. We're showing what is previously been marked as exhibit number 11. Sergeant Dabney, could you explain to us what we're looking at here?
We're looking at the home at 1174, and this is the driveway on the left side of the house, and the Mercedes-Benz is in the rear of the house on the grass, surrounded by tree limbs, and you have two individuals standing near the rear passenger side of the vehicle.
And that's the vehicle with the red dot that you're referring to.
Correct.
like to show you what is exhibit number 12. And could you describe for the jury what we're looking at here?
That is a close-up photo of the Mercedes-Benz, the rear of the Mercedes-Benz with the Illinois tags, parked up under some tree limbs in the rear of the home.
And exhibit number 13 is what we'd like to show you next. Just tell us what we're reviewing here, exhibit number 13.
It's a close-up photo of the front passenger side of the Mercedes-Benz, parked on the grass and surrounded by some tree limbs.
And next, exhibit number 14.
This is the photo of the Mercedes-Benz, the passenger side, with damage. Again, photo of the passenger side of the Mercedes with damage on the rear and side door, and appears to be the window down with the vehicle surrounded by tree limbs.
And what was the significance of this vehicle that was found?
That was described as a vehicle that was used in the homicide of Adolph Thornton.
And you said this was on Bradley Street, is that correct?
Correct.
I'd like to show you what has previously been marked. Previously been marked as exhibit number 5. As part of your investigation, do you recall seeing this?
Yes, I do.
And what does this picture, exhibit number 5?
I can see Justin Johnson straight drop on this picture. I see Mr. Hernandez Govan. Seeing maybe 2 other individuals, one facing here, and see an individual in the rear with the mask on.
And as part of your investigation, when you found the vehicle, what significance does this picture show in relation to the vehicle that was found?
The vehicle showed in the front of the 1174 Bradley.
And it's also part of your investigation, was there a significance as to any other house on Bradley?
Yes, also in front of Hernandez Govan's home.
I'd like to fast forward.
Sure, thank you.
Are you familiar with the pictures depicted?
I am.
And what is that picture depicted?
It's a top area view of the Bradley and Haynes Street, where 1174 Bradley is, and also Mr. Govan's address.
Permission to publish on.
You wanna enter it first?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, this is the next one.
All right, this is an aerial view of Bradley Street in Haynes. Generated by Google Earth. We'll mark this as exhibit 15.
Permission to publish. I'm sorry, I know those little bitty numbers, at least they are for me. I'd like to pass you the clicker, and if you could, with the court's permission, could you step down and show us the significant addresses you described previously?
All right, that's 1174 Bradley there. Mr. Govan's address is directly across the street.
Thank you. Also, as a case officer, would you be aware of other various investigations that were going on as part of this investigation?
Yes,
Were phones collected from various entities as part of this investigation?
they were.
And as part of that investigation, were there phone dumps and call records collected?
They were.
One last thing, you made it to the rank of sergeant, is that correct?
That's correct.
You've also been an investigator and a detective coming through the ranks, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
As part of your investigating crime scenes or just going to different crime scenes, did you become aware of various security cameras that may be in businesses?
We did.
And is there usually a time frame those things need to be collected?
The quicker the better. Some businesses, they record over the video. Some, may last for a few days, a few weeks. So.
In this case, if you did not learn about a particular area of significance or place of interest until, for instance, a month later, possibly that information is gone, is that correct?
Objection, speculation, and leading your.
Overall.
And I'm sure the defense will ask this question, but I'll ask you, did you all investigate any possible video of Pressure World?
No, we did not.
And when did you learn about anything that may have been of significance in Pressure World?
It was weeks, month later. So.
I'll pass the lead.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to the deputy. We have a little sign language. Okay. Sergeant Danby, thank you. You came down from Michigan just for this, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. I appreciate your years of service, and I'm glad you're here so we can talk. I guess they've been asking you about these cameras and things like that. Let's just tell it how it is. Nobody during this investigation ever went to pressure roll to check about the cameras, right?
No.
All right. Nobody in this investigation ever went to AutoZone to check if the cameras were there.
No, we didn't.
Nobody went to the AutoZone that Cornelius Smith said he went to buy a car cover to see if there's a receipt or some surveillance or something like that inside the AutoZone, right?
The bootleg
Okay.
trying to cover everything up.
Those are things that would be important to try to corroborate a witness who obviously is the shooter in this case, to make sure he's not lying to you, right?
Yes.
And when people get caught, they generally lie to police. Is that uncommon?
Sometimes.
All right. Do people lie to get out of trouble?
Sometimes, yes.
Do people lie to cut deals?
Sometimes, yes.
Also, with regards to the area around Pressure Wall, it's a pretty busy area, right?
It is.
And you know there's those little MPD city cameras up and down that street, right? All right. And if you don't know, you don't know, but there are those, that's an MPD camera right on the post.
It could be. We have neighborhoods that buy their own, but it could be too.
Okay, but that looks like a typical police camera that neighborhoods have or the streets have.
Yes, sir, it does.
All right, and you know for a fact that in front of the Pressure Wall area, it's a busy thoroughfare, there's these cameras.
I didn't know.
Okay, and then behind the Pressure Wall in the neighborhoods, there's some of these cameras.
Okay.
Does that look like a camera that you were familiar with?
Yes,
In
it
place
does.
of neighborhood? All right, I'll go ahead and offer that as the next exhibit, Your Honor, just as the description of what a city camera looks like.
Any objection? So, do we know where this is? Do we
It's,
have a location?
yes, it's at Pressure Wall by the street, but he wasn't sure, so I'm not gonna put words in his mouth.
So this is a, picture of, what's been described as what could be a city camera on a whole, we'll mark this as exhibit 16.
And these cameras are sort of all over the city on busy thoroughfares and stuff like that.
They are.
Could I publish it, Your Honor?
Sure.
I'll do it the old-fashioned way, because I don't have it, I'm just gonna walk, is that all right?
That's fine, that's fine.
All right, so this is what the typical MPD cameras sort of look like.
Well, excuse me, just publish,
Oh, I'm sorry,
no commentary. If you have more questions for the witness, that's fine.
I was asking a question, but I'll wait. And so you all use these types of cameras to help solve crimes, that's sort of the whole point, right?
To gather evidence, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I guess the biggest question that I've had that I've been asking people throughout this trial is if you believe Mr. Cornelius and you believe what he told his girlfriend,
Your Honor, Jeff, and he's inserted what previously was said, that's provided.
Approach.
You don't have to believe, let me ask it this way. If Cornelia Smith and Angela Arnold had repeatedly told you all that Jook was the one that was calling the shots, I think even in your report, you guys said Jook's the mastermind. That would cause you to go interview Jook because that's an important piece of information, right?
Doing the investigation, yes.
Right. But as a lead detective, at no point during the investigation did we attempt to talk to Jook.
We hadn't made it that far, no.
We hadn't made it that far. Okay, it's been 4 years, and we know Jook died 2.5 years after the case. We know everybody had already been indicted within a few months of the arrest taking place, but we never went to talk to Jook, even after Cornelius and Angela repeatedly said he was the mastermind. I think that's the phrase you guys used in your Operation Cookie Monster slideshow, right?
Girl, I am going to object to this line of question is it relevant?
Of course it's relevant. He's a suspect. The reason I ask is these people have come in here and testified and said they're telling the truth. So if those people, they testified that they're telling the truth. They talked about Mr. Govan here, they talked about Jook, and we can quibble about who's in charge or whose house or who whatever. But clearly, Jook was a suspect in this case.
Yes.
But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation, even though he died 2.5 years later.
Not at the time, no.
Okay.
Try to protect it.
That's it. Yes, sir.
I need you to put your client on the stand. We need to do a moment here.
Yes, sir.
This is a good time to do that. Come on around, Mr. Govan.
Yeah, you asked if it's on the record.
Is this on the record?
Yeah.
Okay.
Raise up your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably a little out of order, but better late than never, I guess. Mr. Aurora, would you like to ask your client some questions?
Mr. Govan, would you please spell your first and last name for the record?
HERNANDEZ
And Mr. Govan, you and I have talked about your right to testify at trial, correct?
Yes, sir.
I've advised you that I would recommend not testifying based on some of the evidentiary rulings. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've agreed with me that you do not wish to testify.
Yes, sir.
And that's freely and voluntarily. Nobody's forcing you to do that.
Nobody's forcing me.
Nobody's threatening you to do that.
No, sir.
All right. And this is something you are doing freely and voluntarily again.
Correct.
All right. I'm going to stamp this 33 on it and give it circulation.
Don't mention God in CMG or else.
Can I have that?
I was just going to get the sticker on it.
So this is all of them?
This is all of them, state and federal.
Are they labeled? Yours were labeled pretty good. Did y'all, I mean, so they'll know which bite is which?
The two that overlap, Your Honor, essentially the same. Theirs are just a few seconds longer, so they should be able to figure it out pretty easily.
That ain't what I.
Okay.
Are they labeled?
Ours are labeled. They will have, I believe they have initials, so like if it's an Angela Arnold clip, it will say AA, and then whatever the content is, joke or.
Right, okay. As long as they're labeled somehow, they're just not just clips with nothing
Yeah,
other than a bunch of numbers on them.
Yeah, they're labeled so I can find them, so same.
All right, this is, order stipulating to the police interview, sound bites that were testified to on yesterday, by, witness Angela Arnold.
Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and also the detective. We played parts of sound bites from the interviews for all three of them, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, Detective Browning, I'm sorry, I said Smith, it was Browning.
Okay. And the stipulation reads, that whereas there having been presented to me the Honorable Jennifer Johnson Mitchell, Judge of Division 10 of the Criminal Court of Tennessee, 30th Judicial District at Memphis for the purpose of trial, sound bites from police interviews with witnesses. The sound bites were stipulated by the Assistant District Attorney and Attorney for Defendant Hernandez Govan and shall be entered into the evidence by this agreement, signed by Assistant District Attorney and Attorney for Defendant. And the sound bites are captured on a black zip drive in a brown envelope that I'm going to place on here. Police sound bites, police interview sound bites.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of Angela Arnold, because this is just of Angela Arnold. Correct?
It's all of it, Your Honor. It's Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and Detective Browning.
All right, police. Of Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and who's the third person?
Detective Browning, Your Honor.
What's his first name? Jesse. Thank you. All right, I put just that on the police sound bites of A. Arnold, C. Smith, and Detective J. Brown. We'll mark this as exhibit, collective exhibit 33. Put that back here, because I need to keep this working. Just leave it right there. All right. Have you had an opportunity to look at the jury charge? All right. Well, you need to take a few minutes, because we're gonna charge this jury, looks like after lunch. That'll give us time to, you review it, and then we'll come back and talk about it on the record, and make sure it includes everything it needs to include, and make sure it doesn't have anything in it that doesn't need to be in there. And that'll give me time to get it printed, and I'll charge them after lunch, probably about 1:30.
And just to give you that, the only thing I would ask is the accessory after the fact charge. That was the only thing I didn't see in there.
Okay.
It's 3.03. It's 3.03.
As to both.
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, any objection to that?
No.
Okay. All right, well, I'll add that. I'm gonna go back and add the other expert. I just added the Scanoberry. I'm gonna add the guy who just testified. Add the stipulation. We know, look at it, so we, what else I've left out, just look at it. Look at it, let me know, okay? We'll stand in recess.
What's in recess?
You said 1 o'clock here?
No, not for y'all.
Okay.
I need to know, probably within the next 30 minutes or so if you think the charge is complete. I need to know what you think about the charge.
I think we're all good except for what we just mentioned.
Okay, so you have reviewed it?
Yes, we agree with us.
Oh, okay. But so, no, let's say 12 o'clock for lawyers, so we can make sure it looks like it should look. And then we'll, probably recess to 1:30. Because
Cultfigga. Follow me.